And that's from the UA7 camp for the Morninkos. How far did y'all drive to get here? Probably, what, an hour and a half? 2 hours? That's good. The Dallas area. All right, he's giving some money donation. All right. Oh, you don't have $2, so he's got to do it for 20. Okay, what's your word? UA7 Racing sponsons. Okay, so Mr. Morninko here, Basil, just put up for $40. I'm sorry, for $41. That's where the pot level is. $41. You're going to hear UA7 Racing sponsons until somebody brings me $41 for the Paris, Texas Animal Shelter. And I have
When I'm looking for high quality performance oil, Liqui Moly Marine is my go-to oil. 2-stroke and 4-stroke, on and off the track. It's the best choice for me, and it should be yours as well.
Deal. Okay, cool. Okay, so it does fit a 2-stroke SXR too, but it's designed for a 4-stroke Superjet.
Founder of Commander Industries. Just want to go over what comes with your Commander GP1 hull kit. The hulls will come to you with your nose and wings already mounted on your ski, all your hardware with your bushings and everything all put in place. Your handle pole bracket will already be drilled for installing it. Your hood has its vents put in. It has the hood seals are already installed. It's basically aligned and ready to go. Your rear sponsons are installed and sealed in place. All of the holes are drilled and tapped for your ride plate, your intake grate. All your fittings are put in place as far as your pump shoe, your pump plate, your water lines, steering cable bracket. All that's already pre-done for you, so you don't have to do any of those things once you receive it. Your bulkhead bearing carrier is drilled, tapped, and positioned and aligned for drive shaft alignment. You have your fittings for your steering cable. One of the cables is for steering. One of the holes is for steering cable. The other one is for your, if you utilize a drop nozzle, 2.5-inch stainless steel exhaust that goes all the way through with a sealed on the end with a billet aluminum bezel. Because we've already drilled, tapped, aligned all your engine driveline components, then you have to just transfer everything out of your SXR and into the new hull. Everything that you need will come with the boat as far as being able to attach your motor to your driveline, for your steering cable, for your couplers, ride plate, intake grate, that's all done. All your hardware for your pump is already included, and the rest of it is just used off of your SXR. So at Commander, we have two different options. You can get your pre-prepped hull packet, or you can do a complete turnkey boat where we supply you with everything you're going to need, including a new SXR, or if you have an existing SXR, you can send it to us, and we can use that as a donor for the build. So if you choose to go with a turnkey package from us, then what you'll receive when the boat's completed is a complete ready to go to the starting line boat. With either choice, you have the ability to choose your colors of everything that you want on the boat. You choose your top deck color, your bottom deck color, choose your graphic kit colors, you choose your matte colors. You can utilize the commandergp1.com design studio, and it allows you to go through and try all kinds of different color combinations, not only on the hull but also on your graphics.
Correct, yeah. Where's the Loctite? Where's the Loctite? Oh, you better Loctite. Oh, they're locking. Okay, I didn't look at that. Okay. Okay, so you need no Loctite. All right. Somebody has.
Hey guys, it's Taylor Smith. We're here at Jettribe getting some new mats for race season. Let's go inside.
Hi Callie. Hey Taylor, are you ready for those new mats?
Yep, let's get started.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, of course. That's That's an easy razor blade.
All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We are just working through practice right now. I believe we have practice number 5 is on the course, 6 is on the line, and that is our last practice of the day. So it is 10:55 Central right now. I would estimate with one more practice, we hopefully will start Moto 1 at about 11:15-ish. Everything in jet ski racing, schedule-wise, has an ish attached to it. So I just got us up going early. This is Charles Ginshard of Charles Ginshard Photography. Today you are going to hear Joey Domingue. He's going to be our announcer. We're here in Paris, Texas. I think Justin Smith and Brian Snyder are going to be our race directors. Thanks for tuning in. I'm just going to be pointing the camera at whatever's happening and running through some of our sponsors' commercials while we're waiting to get underway. So I really appreciate you guys watching. And special shout out to Jettribe, who's been a long sponsor of our series. This year, Liquid Moly stepped up and helped out big time with the live stream, helping pay for a lot of the software it takes. And we have a long list of other sponsors. You'll see that's Adrian right there in the middle of the camera. He doesn't know it. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll be here all day. I'll be trying to live stream the whole morning motos. But for now, like I said, you've got probably another 15-20 minutes of practice before we get underway. So enjoy the commercials. And that's Adrian right there.
Don't believe me? I got the trophies and the plates to prove it. And I actually had a amateur card in the IJSBA at one time. But racing expensive, y'all. So it's just cheaper to come and have fun and see all my rowdy friends and call the action for you fine folks. No, that was in Lake Charles. We're in Paris. As Justin says, when in Rome. But now we're in Paris, me and Charles like to say. Justin, for $41, we're up to $41 on the mirror at Howling at the Moon. For $41, that's where the going rate is right now. So someone has donated $40 to your cause, but when somebody donates more than $40, their word of the day will come up. So right now the word of the day is the UA7 Racing Sponsons, and when people get tired of hearing that, then $41 will go into my pocket from someone for the Paris Animal Shelter. So we've raised close to $80. So I have a feeling Mr. Caldwell is going to get tired of hearing UA7 Racing Sponsons and want to hear Caldwell pulls here in a minute. 136? Okay. That's awesome, but today it's going to take 41 for you to hear something different than UA7 Racing Sponsons. Thank you, sir, very much. Are you heading down to the water? You going to put your toes in the water and you're in the sand? No? He is. He was busy yesterday. You got some sun, too. When was your last day of school? Thursday? Tuesday? Did you sleep in Wednesday? No. You had football? That's smart that they do that. How many miles are you running a day? None? That's how many I run a day. Tim Miller runs 3 miles a day holding 2 cinder blocks in his hands. He's done that now for about 20 years. And when he finishes that run, he does 100 push-ups. He says his mullet does not run on thanks. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. He's going to get mad at me for saying that. His perm doesn't run on thanks. All right, so as we hear Mr. Miller on his Commander out on the track, along with the other GP1 skis, that's the best way to say what brand they are is GP1, and I think now there's an F1 maybe. We'll get all that straightened out. We want to thank you for coming out today. Ooh, look at that thing. Is that Trey? No, that might be Trey. No, that's oh my goodness, that's Mr. Ingram. That's exactly who that is. That's Greg Ingram. So I know that 800 class, the Sea-Doo class, is going to be full of action today because he is my hero on a Sea-Doo. He knows it. Been watching him race a long time. When I was pulling in, I did notice that the Popers are here from New Mexico. Love Jeremy and Ryan. Also been racing with them for years. When I got back into it, morning. When I got back into it, they were Region 5 racers, and we met in Nashville, Tennessee at the Nationals, and they very well represented Region 5. Hey. That's almost over. Listen at all that horsepower. All right. So, we're going to do last chance now for runabouts. And I believe we got all the...
And I ride for Team Commander. My favorite thing about my GP1 is the fact that it's super stable in the rough water and how good it handles. My name is Karis Webster and I race the Commander 1050 GP1. My favorite thing about this ski is it's a perfect transition from junior lights to the GP class.
Ski is ski. One ski, the...
Hey guys, it's Taylor Smith. We're here at Jettribe getting some new mats for race season. Let's go inside.
Hi, Callie. Hey, Taylor, are you ready for those new mats?
Yep, let's get started.
AJ, did you get with somebody about your fountain?
When I'm looking for high quality performance oil, Moly Marine is my go-to oil. 2-stroke and 4-stroke, on and off the track. It's the best choice for me, and it should be yours as well.
So, and well, there's a lot of runabouts too. So, to me, the best sound in racing is the Ski GP class, personally, open exhaust. Some argue that it's the 550 because they love hearing that. And others would say the runabouts because they're big horsepower boats with the loud exhaust. And there's more of them, but we'll see. It's all open for negotiation. Excited for the sport class this weekend. Seen more blasters show up than at the last round. And I'm a blaster OG, even though I have converted to the dark side and have an HX out there that consistently wins. Love seeing a blaster win. It rarely happens, but it does happen. Want to thank everybody so far that's donated to the Paris Animal Shelter for Justin's cause this weekend, his dog Paris that he found here on the shores of Lake Crook. Listened to comedy all this morning and came up with a decent bid on that. So weird to name a lake off of somebody that would rob you blind, a crook. And I'm sure it has meaning. If anybody knows the history of Lake Crook and why it was named that, that means you're a local and you are spectating these fine festivities with us this morning. Come and shout out. We always enjoy that opportunity. If you're local and you're here spectating, that means that you heard about it on the radio or you read about it in the local paper or maybe saw a billboard. We advertise multitudes of different ways, but the best way is word of mouth. So if you're here and you're having fun, don't keep it to yourself. Tell your friends. Hide your wife, as Rob Crow likes to say. So I've recently become friends with Jamie online, and I think Jamie is probably one of the hardest working people for her local town and Chamber of Commerce. She spends her mornings with coffee at local businesses and opening businesses and graduating kids, and big family that Rob and Jamie Crow have. And I honestly have enjoyed what Jamie has put on her Facebook page the last 2 weeks. I've learned more about her than I'd probably ever really like to know, but she's a hardworking lady. And she's helping me understand Oklahoma better. If you know me, you know I'm not fond of Oklahoma. The best thing Oklahoma has is Carrie Underwood, but Jamie's changing that day by day. You're welcome.
Y'all are just tuning in. This is Charles Ginchard running the live stream here. We are currently doing last chance practice here in Paris, Texas. So I'm going to go ahead and say I hope we start Moto 1 within the next 10 minutes if we're lucky. You're going to be hearing Joey Domingue on the announcer announcing. Like we got Justin Smith climbing in the tower. That's a good sign. We're getting close. Justin is being helped by Wild Bill. You see there in the red, white, and blue hat. Somebody took a swim. They look all right. Like a Pope or Ski, I'm not sure which one, but it looks like they're all right. The red flag is just because last chance practice is over, so fortunately that means National Anthem is hope coming up within the next couple of minutes. Thanks for tuning in. Share the link with your friends. We'll be here all morning. I'm going to live stream the first round of motos, and then in the afternoon it usually gets too hot to operate all this equipment. So, but we will be back also tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And now I'll turn Joey's mic back up.
It's not on the tower. Dale Swanson, you were being seeked out by Shanti. Okay. Shanti, he's on his way. Hold on, stay put. Oh, he's fixing flags. All right, so we're wrapping up practice. It looks like we still have, or is that race 1? Yeah, those are men. Ah, well, they didn't hear the practice? You're right, that is the Popers. They're listening. Just 2? All right, so we'll go ahead and call it that this is the last orientation. If anybody has generosity in their heart to allow the use of a Commander GP1, I know, but I'm saying if I could just have one for a month or two, I think I could get it all out of my system in just a few attempts to say, no, this isn't for me, but it will be well loved for that amount of time. So if you just have one sitting in a trailer collecting dust that you wish was being ridden, come talk to me, because I probably would sacrifice my time to do that. They just look so good. I want to thank the city of Paris, Texas for hosting our rowdy bunch of racers and welcoming their families and their friends and their crews. No, I don't want to know about Paris, Texas, Siri. Speaking of the Popers, they're out on the water now. I do believe that is Ryan on the Super Jet in the front, on the white Super Jet. That's not a Super Jet? Oh, really? Well, it's white. And what's his wife's name? Trish. Yes, I got in a lot of trouble last year. A lot of trouble for saying the wrong name. Hey, there's my man. Please tell me you bought a new Toyota. Or you got a new Toyota. You did not. Oh, God. The truck of Texas. Are you droning this weekend? Okay. There's a lot of trees. Okay. Cool. All right. I see Rob's on the course. Courtney's going to get a pause for the cause, and they're going to put a little gas in his ski. Courtney, thank you for that wonderful course orientation this morning. Guys, I realized this at the last race. Hello, sir. I realized this at the last race, but we thank the cities and we thank the officials and we thank everybody, but we don't really thank the staff enough. So if you do see Terry walking around, which he does profusely, thank Terry for lugging all of these. Thank Terry for lugging all of these buoys and weights and jet skis and trailers across the country to host these races. You know, he's got boys at home in school and little ladies in school, and leaves the home fires burning to get on the American highway and get to these races and set all this stuff up. And he's modest. He doesn't no, I don't. And this park wouldn't have one. I have an idea. I do. So, guys, we're getting ready for race 1, but we have a technical difficulty that we have not gotten an American flag. So, if you would, when we play the national anthem, put a waving American flag on your phone and hold it up with your hand over your heart, and that will work. Virtual American flag. No. We've seen enough American flag, we can imagine one. It's okay. Charles Ginchard Photography currently doing the live stream. Wild Bill's hat does have an American flag bandana on it. Yeah, it is. It is. Cooper's got a Texas flag and probably American flag on his ski. No, isn't it horrible? Or hair or straight teeth. Rubber in his legs. Rubber in the legs. And then and the back strength. Yeah. Hey, come here. Come here. I have an honest question to ask you.
My favorite thing about my GP1 is the fact that it's super stable in the rough water and how good it handles.
My favorite thing about the new GP1 is how easy it was to set up. We just threw an engine in, threw a pump in, and we're winning races.
My favorite thing about the new GP1 is how it's made in America and how much stronger they are.
Founder of Commander Industries. We just want to go over what comes with your Commander GP1 hull kit. The hulls will come to you with your nose and wings already mounted on your ski, all your hardware with your bushings and everything all put in place. Your handle pole bracket will already be drilled for installing it. Your hood has its vents put in. It has the hood seals are already installed. It's basically aligned and ready to go. Your rear sponsons are installed and sealed in place. All of the holes are drilled and tapped for your ride plate, your intake grate. All your fittings are put in place as far as your pump shoe, your pump plate, your water lines, steering cable bracket. All that's already pre-done for you, so you don't have to do any of those things once you receive it. Your bulkhead bearing carrier is drilled, tapped, and positioned and aligned for drive shaft alignment. You have your fittings for your steering cable. One of the cables is for steering. One of the holes is for steering cable. The other one is for your, if you utilize a drop nozzle, 2.5-inch stainless steel exhaust that goes all the way through with a sealed on the end with a billet aluminum bezel. Because we've already drilled, tapped, aligned, all your engine driveline components, then you have to just transfer everything out of your SXR and into the new hull. Everything that you need will come with the boat, as far as being able to attach your motor to your driveline, for your steering cable, for your couplers, ride plate, intake rate, that's all done. All your hardware for your pump is already included, and the rest of it is just used off of your SXR. So at Commander, we have two different options. You can get your pre-prepped hull packet, or you can do a complete turnkey boat where we supply you with everything you're going to need, including a new SXR, or if you have an existing SXR, you can send it to us, and we can use that as a donor for the build. So if you choose to go with a turnkey package from us, then what you'll receive when the boat's completed is a complete, ready to go to the starting line boat. With either choice, you have the ability to choose your colors of everything that you want on the boat. You choose your top deck color, your bottom deck color, choose your graphic kit colors, you choose your matte colors. You can utilize the commandergp1.com design studio, and it allows you to go through and try all kinds of different color combinations, not only on the hull, but also on your graphics.
The antique capital of Gladewater, where it had the tractors with the fountains shooting through them and the old fire trucks out in the front yard. So, Josh and I are discussing the drive up, which we came through Lufkin, Nacogdoches, Kilgore, Gladewater, Henderson. Could have been Henderson. Mount Enterprise, Mount Vernon. Not Mount Pleasant, I don't think. Mount Pleasant, yeah. I've been there too. It is. Yeah. Hey, brother. The Rob Dunlap prescription was found there too. That's right. That's right. That's right. Having fun with.
All right, for any of y'all just tuning in, we have Last Chance Practice is out on the water. Moto 1 is lined up. Moto 1 is going to be our Ski Juniors 10 to 15 lights. That's split up into two classes, but for sake of simplicity, I just call it 10 to 15. I want to say it might be like 10 to 12 and then 13 to 15 or something like that. But we got our Ski Junior lights on the line. Last Chance Practice looks like they're wrapping up. National Anthem within the next couple of minutes, and we will get going. So thanks for watching. Share the link. Do me a favor and just watch this live stream 30 times while you're at work. Just put it on repeat in the background. That helps us out. Big shout out to Liquid Moly, helping us out with the stream this year. Jettribe, as always, has been a great series sponsor, and then all of our other additional sponsors. We got 321 Kawasaki, Ride Now Power Sports, Commander, Works Racing, J. Caldwell Pools, 4F Media, Dale's Jet Sports. The list goes on and on and on. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tolerating the inevitable technical difficulties that are to come up. But the weather looks good. The water looks good. Everybody's happy. Everybody's here. National Anthem soon.
Senior. And it's almost over. One more year. Always reminds me of Dazed and Confused when the juniors become seniors and the freshman class comes in. It's a great movie. Filmed in Austin. All right. Charles, can we play the national anthem or not? You can't. So to shut us down, right? I can? Yeah, I got it. No. Oh, wait. They're going to do... What is this? What are we doing? If this is the last Runabout anything, last chance? Okay. Well, one of my favorite sayings in the whole world is they can't all be winners now, can they? Okay, Felix, I owe you some airtime. UA7 Racing sponsons. That's my man. The Chamber of Commerce president. No, they all have to listen to me. That's why they bring me here, because I am easy to listen to. I've actually been said that's one of my best compliments I've had. Easy to listen to. Tell my wife that. Easy to listen to.
Try to sound like Casey Kasem, the easy sounds of the radio.
Charles is actually doing a pan over right now of the area behind the starting line where we're going to be doing interviews. And we've got Adrian waving to the fine folks at home. And see Miss Crow and Miss Javier down there. They're going to be watching their kids in this moto. I know that's why they're down there. Jamie's checking out her husband. I see you down there. I know what y'all are talking about. Ooh, girl, look at that blue wetsuit on him. I know. I told him to wear black. It's more slimming, but he just likes the blue for some reason. Rob does go back into all this, and then he comes in. It's usually around Tuesday or Wednesday. He's like, "Did you say I look good in a blue wetsuit?" No, I did not. Your wife said you look good in a blue wetsuit. I'm just repeating it. That's how you get away with stuff, folks. Definitely want to thank Jettribe and the Vo family for being our title sponsor for the Nautiwater Racing series. Jettribe, now a Texas home-based company in Sulphur Springs. Want to thank the city of Paris and all their businesses. I got a chance last night when I went to sleep to read that they did a corporate challenge. So what that is they offered for the civic leaders that were willing to come out and ride a jet ski. Yesterday, they provided a jet ski for them and put them in Jettribe gear, put them out on the water, put them on a time clock, and the business that had the fastest time, the second fastest time, and the third fastest time all got recognized on, well, I'm old school, so it's Facebook, but I know Justin, he probably put it on Instagram and all the other fun stuff too. No flag? Shanti? Shanti Lloyd. If you could make yourself visible to Terry. Do you have a radio, Terry? No? I don't either. Yeah, you do. Aw. Okay. We're seeking out radio chargers. It's all good. Look at that SXR on the line there. It's cool. Good Charlotte. No. No. We not radio. Hey. It took a homemade cup of coffee and a Starbucks coffee to get me here. Yes, I flew in from Beaumont and my arms are killing me. Hey, I got a kitchen pass to be here, buddy. I'm going to burn it. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? No regrets. Best thing to do with a washed-up jet ski racer is hand him a microphone, folks. When this racing gets going and you're not familiar with it, I am going to tell you everything and more that you want to know about these skis, these riders, this course, this sport. And if you like what you see, but you can't make it to the races, no big deal. We have Charles Ginchard Photography that streams it on the internet. You can tune in via Facebook page. There's links on all the different streaming services. It's free. And you can tune in and watch your friends. You can go back and watch it over. So, again, if you're here locally and your wife and your kids couldn't come today, they had maybe graduation ceremonies or started vacation Bible school, something like that today, or just trying to decompress from the school year. We will be racing again tomorrow. And so they can come watch it in person tomorrow, or if they just can't stand the heat or don't want to ride in the vehicle, they can tune in online. Watch it from the comfort of their home. In the air conditioning. Doesn't that sound wonderful, Charles? Charles is an outdoorsman. He rides bicycles and runs, jet skis. Do you hike, Charles? We're finishing up course orientation, last chance for the runabouts. I believe a lot of these guys out there, it could be their first time or first few times to race. So coming to a new site, and these boats don't get to the water that easily. Most of them have to come on a big double trailer and be back down to the water by a truck. And that boat ramp is just further down the park, so they have to ride around and beach their ski or anchor their ski out in the water. So it's a little bit more work for them to get down here. The skis and the stand-ups, if you want to call it that, and the sport boats can be done with a beach cart, either by hand or by four-wheeler. So it's a little easier, a little lighter, a little more nimble. Yes, that's a Vanilla Ice lyric. He was a jet ski racer as well. All right. This hot dog's been scaring me long enough. If I can manage to eat it and not get it on my shirt, I'll be successful. Okay. Not bad. In the famous words of Mattress Mac. Race 1, sit tight. We're going to give these guys another lap or two. There you go. There we go. Oh, no, I got plenty more to do. Don't congratulate me yet. I might ruin it. Don't lose your voice. All right, I got the anthem queued up, y'all. That almost sounds like a two-stroke in that Ultra. Ah, is that Miss Ashley on the big boat today? looks like Miss Rachel. If anyone from the Swell camp, I mean, I know you're, let's see, oh, wait, here, I can look. Flanagan's here, Bailey's here, Ashley's here. No way. Brant Teskey's here? That's cool. Oh, really? Okay. That was what was on your trailer? Oh, cool. You, sir? No, I don't think you're on the first page. Nope. You into big. I thought it was like around 6. You're trying to keep it consistent around the same. Wait. Vintage. There's a lot of y'all this week. Yeah, you're 9. So that's your first one. And then you're going to be in the back. Not yet. There y'all are. Okay, how many people did you bring this weekend? And how many boats are y'all sharing? Nobody's sharing anything? So your dad's just riding 413, you're just riding 11. What do you ride today? Okay, so that deal did work out good. And then Flanagan's riding his boat. And then Kyle. Okay. And Pablo's riding his. So no boat switching today. Congratulations. Well, the weekend ain't over yet. Okay. All right, so they got off the course, and we don't have a flag, so we're going to move into the national anthem. If you would, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we give you our national anthem. I know that. I'm smart enough to know that. I need the numbers more than anything. Okay. And if, of course, it changes, I know y'all's wetsuits well enough to know, but I'm trying to get better. More better. No regrets. Ashley Cocker hat sideways. Not one letter. How many miles you running a day, Ashley? No, be realistic. 55? Okay. Tristan said 0 miles. Oh, I mean, too. That's right. Your body's got to keep up with your mind. We're doing interviews, too, so if you could grace me with some interview presents. Come on. You won't be the only ones I ask, so. But you are special. All right, let's introduce race number 1 to you. Junior Ski 1315 Lights on the 160, the bright orange wetsuit out of Sulphur Springs, Texas. That is Andrew Vo on the 160. Out of Lumberton, Texas. On the 52, that's the 2-stroke Yamaha. That's Jaden Rosado on the 52. And on the black ski, big number 27 on the side, And he's out of Wichita, Kansas. That's Trent Cornett out of Wichita, Kansas. And in the 10 to 12 lights, this is the little guys. On the 319, it's Bentley Cox on the 319. On the UA7, out of the Dallas area, Fort Worth, I believe, that's Felix Martinenko on the UA7. On the 03, also out of Lumberton, Texas, that's his little brother, Jaden's little brother, that's Rylan Rosado on the 03. And on the 279, on the Yamaha, that's Cortland Grinwald on the 279. And out of the 405, he's the shortest rider out there, but the biggest rider in your heart. That's Christian Vane on the 405. He'll be the young man standing up in his tray, folks. He gets to do that. 25 laps on the first. Trent says, bring it on. So this is a mixture of two-stroke Superjet from as far back as 1997 all the way to 2020, I believe, was the last year of production of the two-stroke Superjet. And then in 2020, they came out with the Terry to the announcer stand, Terry Hebert to the announcer's stand. Brian Snyder is seeking your presence. Then in the 20s, as the laws said that the two-stroke go away and the four-stroke must born, the new refined four-stroke Superjet. And then also Kawasaki, who did it all, they made a two-stroke version stand-up called an SXR. After the many models of stand-up they had, we'll see a few of those out there. And then they moved to the big 1500s, which we'll see later today. I believe he said 7 laps. I didn't quite hear it. Did he say 7 laps or 8 laps? Let's see. What time do we want? Oh. There's Terry and Brian. So, okay, mission accomplished. For $41, you do not have to hear about the Racing UA7 sponsons, but until I have $41 in my hand for the Paris Animal Shelter, we're going to hear about UA7 Racing sponsons that will go on your four-stroke Superjet. It comes fully ready. It comes fully ready to install. You need nothing but a wrench and a Allen wrench. And if you're tired of hearing about him, then bring me 41 bucks. All right, we're going down the line of racers. They like what they see. The light goes green, and we are racing. We're going to talk a lot about the light. The light is new for this year. We got away from the rubber band start, and we moved to the light start. This side is actually really good for the light. Racers on the line can see the light very well. Yeah, race number 2 to staging, race number 2 to staging, race number 3 to the ready. I do not. Do you need one? I could probably fish one out of my truck. It would? Okay. No changes. You're perfect just the way you are, Terry. Rough and manly. That's how I like you. I'll be right back. Who? Javier Falcone. Javier, come to the announcer's table, please. Or his mother, which I saw on the beach. Or father, who I saw earlier. Someone from the Falcone camp. Got to thank Charles Ginchard for all his coverage this morning. I believe that's Mr. Jaden Rosado currently in the lead. That's unofficial. Followed by Andrew Vo on the 160 out of Sulphur Springs. He's a Jettribe factory rider. Followed right there on the UA7. That's Felix Mordenenko. 279 is that Miss Grinwald? They'll give me a thumbs up here in a second. Their tent's right over there. Then that's Rylan right there going across the start-finish line. Then there's my buddy Trent. Trent Cornett on the 27. You can see it a long way away. That's what we like. Jeff Wright listening to my advice, saying hi, Terry, and thank you. If you see Terry today, have a water in your hand. When you see him, he'll drink it, I promise. Jaden said he would not do an interview, but I have a feeling by the weekend's over, he'll do one. He told me in Lake Charles he wanted to warm up to it. All right, so that concludes race number 1. Race number 2, we need you at the starting line. We actually need you ready to go, but we'll get better. Got a slow start, but we'll get better as the day goes on. Do a they're charging. Race number 2, Runabout beginner stock. Stock runabout only. Starting line is yours. (517) 2003 279 21 11. Please make your way to the line. Race number 3 to staging. Your unofficial winner in the 15-13 was Jaden Rosado. So we hope to see Jaden up here at the interview podium. And in the 10 to 12 lights class, based on what I saw, your unofficial winner was the UA7 of Felix Martinenko. So if you were in Moto 1 and you would love to come do an interview, tell us how the water conditions are or what it's like to start off the green light, how many laps you raced, who were you out there racing with, who your sponsors are. Tell us what you're happy about, what you're mad about. Kyle Busch and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. got in a fight last weekend. We don't want that, though. But it did get a lot of hits. Ha 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 ha. Just one hit, that's all it takes. I know Kawasaki's known for their green and black or green and white, but they had a couple of years where they put that orange out there. And that is a great looking ski. And let's see. I believe that's going to be Nick Sin on that 11. So we'll introduce race 2 to you now. It's not going to take these guys long. They got a lot of horsepower behind them. Runabout beginner. So this is your first year racing on a runabout ski on the 517 out of Houston, Texas. That is Justin Flanagan. Flanagan on the 517 Sea-Doo. On the 2003, that is Charles Stackhouse. Stackhouse on the 2003. On the 279, it's Yamaha. That is Miss Bailey Glaceman on the 279 Glaceman. On the 21 on the Yamaha, that's Kelly Willis. Willis on the 21. And on the 11, on the Kawasaki, that is Nick Sin. Sin on the 11. Race 3 to staging. Race 4 to the ready. And we need holders. Do we need holders on the line, yes or no? A nod of the head would acknowledge yes. A shake of the head would acknowledge no. They look ready. 2 card is up, going down the line. Light is yellow, will turn to green, and I don't see the light. Somebody isn't ready. Now they're ready. Light goes green. Racing action. That 279 bright yellow boat was for sale last week. I believe it's got a suitor for it today. Love that ski. Can see it from a long way away. Beep goes the whistle. Do we have premature acceleration? I do not see a red flag yet, so that would signify a clean start as they come around. That is a GP Yamaha out front, so we'll call that Kelly Willis, maybe? Out front, followed by Nick Sin on the Kawasaki. Then that's Justin Flanagan there on that dark gray Sea-Doo with the orange sleeves. Get off me, fly. Then there's Charlie Stackhouse on the 2003. Followed by Bailey Glaceman on that 279 EX. So we stacked them the way they should be. The big horsepower boats out front. And the 110 beginner runabouts where they're supposed to be. And everybody's learning and happy and having fun. Race 3 to the starting line. Race number 3. Andrew, are you in the interview spot or are you just having a conversation? Okay, making sure. Race 3 should be on the line. Race 4 should be staging. There you go. You're welcome. Thank you, Vose. Thank you, buddy. Hey. Yeah, I know. You're race dad today. I get it. Hey, you're just happy I'm here. And just one quick shoulder rub, we had an entire conversation. So, just to let you guys know that I do completely understand that some of y'all drove from Nebraska and Lake Havasu and maybe Florida, but most of you come from the greater Dallas area, and I came from Houston area, which was a haul, and Charles came from New Orleans, so all across the country. You ready for an interview, sir? You want to pull up a seat? You have your energy snack there? No, sir. I just finished eating. Charles doesn't like it when I eat on the microphone. Where did he put the second? Oh, he brought it down there. Smart for Charles. All right, so we are here with race number 1 winner in the 10 to 12 lights class. This is your last year in that class too. Felix Morenenko, tell us where you're from, who your sponsors are, and how are the water conditions out there currently?
Water is great. I'm from Ukraine, but I live in Watermount, Texas. I would like to thank my dad for getting me here. My sponsors are Joe Rilsky and the GCS Marina, the Works H2O Designs shoes, and Quinn Brothers Construction.
Felix, what are you looking forward to most this summer?
Winning. And talking about wins, these new sponsons that I got, the UA7 sponsons, they really helped me. Like, I never been able to turn so good on full speed. Yeah.
Well, one advantage that you have going against you is you're getting older, heavier, and longer. So when you're light, the ski does what you tell it to, but as you get older and a little more heavy and nimble, the ski doesn't react the same way, and that's what you need sponsors for. So you and your dad put your heads together and went into the race lab, as I like to call it, and came up with something that helps you, and now you're not going to just keep it for yourself. You're going to put it out there for your friends and your competitors to try to outride you on. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Perfect. So not the first to do it, certainly not the last, but you figured out something different than everybody else has, and you're sharing it with the world. So that's an awesome thing. Now, how many races are you going to be in with us today?
I think I'm going to do 8, including the 2 motors.
Okay, so you and Tristan are going to be our Iron Young men today.
Yeah.
And how far from home are you currently?
Like 3 hours, maybe.
So you're not going to sleep in your own bed tonight?
No, definitely not.
Well, thank you, everybody. That is Felix Morenenko. We will see much more of him today. And if you're interested in his sponsons, come up here and take a gander at them. And for $41, you can stop hearing about them. It's all about having fun, folks. That's what we're here for. Felix is a very, very talented young man from Ukraine. I love watching him ride an SXR. I know he's not going to be doing it much longer because he's going to graduate to the bigger stuff, but that's fine. We can enjoy it while he's doing it. On the water now, I'm not familiar because, like I said, this is Runabout class, so it's new folks, but I'm willing to bet that that's Kelly Willis on that 21, which looks to be like a GP 1800R. It is. He's finishing. Greg Flanagan moves up in the Justin Flanagan, moves up second. That's, of course, unofficial. And those guys are quick on those high horsepowered boats, so we're going to let the other ones reel in a little bit of time. Looks like Miss Glaceman is raced up in the class in front of Nixon. Don't believe they're coming around to lap her quite yet, even though they should be. May have had a mishap, and it looks like, yeah, she's going to keep her spot on the lead lap. And a good race there for third in that class. Good racing. Runabout class, you're a little nervous. Sometimes they don't pay attention to the flag. So we give them a little bit more attention, but as they get faster and a little bit more experience, it's easier to help them through. I can't, right, so he didn't come over when we told him to. Oh. On the next race. I got you. First time. Okay. Is the time of opportunity. I got you. If y'all had invited me to Havasu, I'd have learned with you. But that's all right. I'm learning now. I'm good. Want to thank Jettribe, being the title sponsor of the Nautiwater series. And I've talked about John this morning a little bit, but always great to see John Caldwell and John Caldwell Pools out here and his team of riders, which is always expanding. I saw Greener Grass, which is Joey Malden from this area in Texas. All right, called 5 laps, and this is race number 3, which is Runabout Amateur 1100 stock. I love football. And Runabout Amateur 1100 stock on the 11 on the Yamaha out of Montgomery, Texas. Excuse me. That's Miss Ashley Swoll. 11. 149 is Lewis Weiler. Weiler on the 149. Sean Cox on the 319. Cox 319. And on the 502 out of Vidor, Texas, that is Charlie Bumpus. Bumpus on the 502. That's the bright yellow boat out there. Race number 4, the starting line is yours. Race number 4 to the starting line. Race number 5 to staging. Race 4 is Novice Ski Lights. Novice Ski Lights combined with nothing. I know you didn't get that, Siri. I know you didn't get it, Siri. I didn't tell you to get it. All right. Race number 5, Vintage to staging. So I know by the sound of it, that is Sean Cox on the 319, followed by Ashley Swell in a great battle for second there. Oh! Wish Wash, I wish I got your spot. Great battle between Lewis Weiler and Ashley Swell right there. Weiler coming out with the spot. Very different race conditions from Lake Charles. Today the water is flat and the course is wide open. So the danger, if you want to call it that, is riding over your head full speed into a corner where you can get whiplash off the boat, or as we like to call it, a yard sail. Lake Charles conditions were very choppy and unpredictable, so not going as fast speed-wise. but one of those rogue waves could actually throw you off the ski without you expecting it. So little smarter racing in Lake Charles, and today a little bit more as fast as your wallet will take you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Great to see a two-stroke boat, though. Great to see a two-stroke vintage Sea-Doo out in front of the modern four-strokes. It is possible to win these races on a two-stroke, folks. It's possible to do. Yes, it sounds like it's tired. It's not. That's where it likes to be. Two-strokes like to rev high and be high on the power band, as they're calling it. Or we've called it for years. On the pipe is another way of saying it. You get past the lug stage of the crankshaft. Two-stroke fires every time the piston goes up. Four-stroke takes an exhaust stroke and goes back down and fires on the second stroke up. So two-stroke, every 2 strokes it fires because it's a 2-cylinder engine. Four-stroke, it's also a 2-cylinder engine, or 3, but it fires on the ignition stroke or the fire stroke, and then it goes down on the exhaust stroke. It runs mixed oil on the two-stroke. You actually mix your oil with the gas, and that's what you have that neat smell from, because it's burning oil and gas at the same time. Four-stroke has an oil tank that injects oil into the motor through an oil pan or oil injection, and you do not have to mix the gas, so you don't smell it quite as distinct. Old school versus new school, another way to say it. Currently, no. But Charles did tee me up on what I could have done better. Notice I didn't say what I did wrong. And as the world turns, I think we have enough room. Cool. All right. How much? Yeah. It's your show.
You say that, you're out in front. You have to put up with it.
Why are you not on the course? Again? Oh, this is a new problem. Did it happen yesterday or this morning? Okay. One day the Gremlins will be done, and we will race. But what do you think about that 319 out there leading the pack? It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Thank you, sir. Oh, he says he's there because of you, not because you're not out there racing because you held him. That's confident. That's not the word I wanted to say. Charlie, will you help him move that table? It's a little, no, yeah, grab the frame. There you go. Okay. So, as I mentioned, Terry and yeah, I know. That's all right. I need the sun. I haven't gotten any sun yet. Charlie, if you want to pull up a seat, brother, you do it with me. Uh-oh, a little bit worse view, but now I gotta go up. I can work with this. So as I said, Terry, always been the Region 9 promoter, but coming here into Region 5, which he's done forever. I mean, if you want to put on a jet ski race, Terry Hebert and Nautiwater Racing have the class of the world equipment, the best buoys, state-of-the-art starting line, this light system that the sport has moved to is one of Terry's ideas, and I think it's innovative. I have been popped by that rubber band so many times, or I've been called on a false start when I just did not agree with it, and that anxiety and that Anger it doesn't belong in jet ski racing. So this light, and there's video, proof. The scoring tower is watching the exact same thing as the band. If you go before the light turns, they're going to know it. So it's better, it's cleaner, it's less of a danger. You don't have somebody down there in the water fiddling with that thing and hoping it doesn't shoot them. It's way better. We had a funeral for the band in Lake Charles, and we honor it. It was a great way to start for years. But we've moved on to the LED light, and we like it. So Sean Cox, unofficially your Moto 1 winner. Followed by Lewis Weiler. Lewis he put on a great show in Lake Charles. Lewis did. And all the racers did, but Lewis riding double duty on that EX and the GP. We'll see him later on a GP. He rides both of them very clean. Normally you're a strong rider on one and you're learning, or you got a little bit like you don't put everything into both, right? You put a little more into one, and then you bring up another. And what Lewis has done is he's got two really solid packages on both of his craft, and he rides both of them very, very well. And that is, in runabout class, that's honestly a pretty rare thing. Cooper Caldwell, our young man, also very good at riding the EX. And used to be the FX, but he is now switched over to the RXPX, the Sea-Doo platform, and the FX, which he's known for. So Cooper actually trying to take on 3 hulls to master now. But he's young. He's got a sponge for a brain and rubber and muscle for a body, and he can take that. Love to see Cooper and Tim back. Tim, been one of my lifelong friends, been doing it. I was pretty much, I wasn't really a junior when we first met, Tim, but I was definitely a lot younger than I am now. So
My favorite thing about my GP1 is the fact that it's super stable in the rough water and how good it handles.
My favorite thing about the new GP1 is how easy it was to set up. We just threw an engine in, threw a pump in, and we're winning races.
My favorite thing about the new GP1 is how it's made in America and how much stronger they are.
Actually, 12:08. Oh, I'm sorry. It's been a minute. So race 1 and 2, your results are posted on the trailer behind me. You have 30 minutes to come look at your results. If you do not...
Hey guys, it's Taylor Swift. We're here at Jettribe getting some new hats for race season. Let's go inside.
Hi, Callie. Hey, Taylor, are you ready for those new mats?
Yep, let's get started.
I had one, I just did it at the wrong time. But he'll win again. He'll do it again. We'll call that a warm-up. Okay.
When I'm looking for high-quality performance oil, Moly Marine is my go-to oil. 2-stroke and 4-stroke, on and off the track. It's the best choice for me, and it should be yours as well.
.543. That is Jared DeLong or DeLong. 543. DeLong or DeLong on the 27. It's his older brother. Bright yellow helmet. Know it from I can see it from here. That's Tristan Hebert on the 27. And on the 7, out of now Conroe, Texas, that's Adrian Fisk on the 7. On the 66. Does he have pink on or not? No, he does not. I see him from here. That is Seth Pettit on the 66. Where's his dad? There he is. Did we have pink this weekend, Mr. Sim? Mr. Pettit? Yeah, we do? Okay. He can hear me. Pink is for Sunday. Race number 5, vintage ski. Race number 5 to staging. Race 5 through the end. If we could step up the staging, it would be greatly appreciated. Aw.
Hey, Skylar. Are you gonna get the takeoff?
Oh. Can't say enough. I drove up from Houston this morning, and the drive was great. Love East Texas. Two goes to one. All the riders are ready. The light goes on. Oh, and they added a horn. They added a horn. Well, now they might think I'm doing something wrong. That's okay. I have a horn too. So bright yellow helmet out front. That's Tristan on the inside split. Takes that yellow. Oh, they hit. Bump and run. Felix Morenenko and Trent Cornett. No, Tristan. I'm sorry. That's Tristan goes down. Contact on the start. Felix Morenenko on the inside. I don't know if that's Adrian behind. That is Adrian behind him. So with the hole shot, that must be Javier Falcone. That's Seth that goes down right there. Seth doing a little water sampling. Tristan gets up, shaking his head. So unofficially, Javier Falcone with the hole shot, followed by Felix Morenenko. They're in the same class. The 543 is Jared DeLong. And if I'm saying it wrong, come correct me. DeLong or DeLong. Followed by Adrian Fisk, and then Seth there taking that little bit of a sample. I know he's going to get up and put some power down on that SXR. Race number 5, vintage 550, vintage 550. The starting line is yours. Justin, way to race your way up, buddy. It's God. Told you, if it ain't fun, we don't do it. Race 1 and 2, your results are posted. You have 30 minutes to conflict your standings or forever hold your position. Race number 6 to the ready. Our current board on the mirror, if you've ever been to Howl at the Moon, the price to change the mirror is $41. For $41, we will portray your message until somebody out places you. But right now, it's $41 to hear about 7 UA Racing UA7 Racing, currently on the course now. So the same sponsons that I have in front of me that are for sale, that have the board at the time, are in second place in their perspective moto. That's a mouthful, y'all. And until somebody brings $42 or more, we will hear about them. That's a smart way to advertise your products, folks, is donate to a cause. Yes, ma'am.
You ate that t-shirt? Oh, good. Hell yeah. I thought that was someone else. You did it. I thought you were messing with me. Hell yeah. I would have been down here home school. I don't know you were the first, too.
Hey, Ashley, he's not in sports spec either. Yeah. He should be in sports spec in amateur runabout. You're on 72 in runabout and 72 in sport, right? Okay. Make sure Dale has your number on there. Hey, buddy. Hey, there you are. Good. Well, it was a little bit better over there, but I'm working on my tan. We'll move it if we need to. So Tristan, after that start, has raced up to the, looks like the 5th position, 4th or 5th. That is not Tristan's ski. That is Trent's ski. They're sharing. So it's not the way, Tristan a little bit taller rider than Trent, so it's not set up to handle the way that he prefers, but he's doing his best. And almost getting a hole shot like that, it's pretty good. Race number 5, thank you for making it to the line. Race number 6 to the ready. Popers, you are in race number 6 if you can hear me from the provinces. And the checkered flag is waving for Javier. And Felix, he's recognizing race is over. Hopefully Terry's going to try to go get him to do an interview with us. Love talking with Javier and Felix. And there's Adrian. So as they're coming across, we're going to introduce race number 5 to you. There's a good field, race number 5, Vintage Ski 550. So give you a little history first. These were the first jet skis to be competitive racing. Of course, Kawasaki came out with the jet ski. It was a big plastic thing that had a 300 engine in it. Then it evolved to what they call the JS hull, the jet ski hull that they took out a patent on. And the first model was a 400 twin cylinder with a single carburetor. Then it moved to a 440 twin cylinder with a better exhaust and a pipe. And then they figured out, hey, this is bored a little bit too small. We can get more out of this with bigger pistons. And they went to a 550. And that's what you're seeing is what ended the JS hull. These are 550 hulls. Most of them run Reed induction cylinder, which was the last configuration of the motor, to where it puts a Reed valve underneath the carburetors that lets the air and the fuel mixture go directly into the cylinder to get more efficiently to the spark plug, and it prevents backfires. So the piston port configuration motor was actually a lot harder to tune as compared to these. And I won't say less efficient, but just definitely a different animal. These skis are a lot easier to tune. They're more consistent. They live the long laps a lot better. The exhaust moved from the side, from the top of the hull and then to the bottom, and now out the back. So you don't usually see an exhaust pipe on these skis anymore. They're the most modern 550 made, as I said a few times a different way. And in my opinion, the best looking sticker graphic. So my heart is always on what you call the lightning ski, which you see a few good examples of it out there. It's a big lightning bolt across. When they came out with this ski, the 650 and 750 were already in use and people were moving to those. But when you rode one of these skis for so long and you were used to it, to make one with the pump set back a little bit more and the exhaust out the back and the balance of it really good, it was a dream to ride. They took the mats and made them real hard plastic on the sides so they didn't wear out and fade and rip as easily. So they just made the 550 the best that you could really absolutely make one. And that's why you still see them out here today. It's a love for the sport, and most of the parts are still what you would call vintage. You find them on eBay. We're going to introduce you to them now. I can see they're getting ready. On the the 34 out of Kansas City, that is Jeff Wright, right on the 34. On the 939, out of Missouri, that's Brent Teskey on the 939. On the 504, out of Corpus Christi, Texas, that is Sean Carlson on the 504. On the 201, that's Chad Manson on the 201. On the 187, that's Devin Mathis, 187. Out of Lumberton, Texas, on the 52. He's back on the vintage ski. That's Jaden Rosado, riding for the Good Times Racing Mafia. And one of the captains of that mafia out of Nederland, Texas, that's the 427 of Josh Bro on the 427. 25 laps. I'm kidding. Race number 6 to staging. Race number 7 to the ready. Race 6 is Ski Expert Lights. Race 7 is Runabout Junior Rec Lights. Please make your way to the starting line. We must be racing faster. Be a good neighbor and race faster. Again, want to thank the beautiful city of Paris, Texas, for hosting today's events and for the weekend. They had an outing, is what I was told it was called yesterday, for their local leadership to come and experience jet ski racing. They put them on, I believe, one of the runabout stuff, and let them take a time lap. Biting flies up here in Paris, Texas. Yeah, it ain't no house fly; it's a biting fly. That's all right. At least it ain't mosquitoes. You want to see mosquitoes where they're born and where they're raised and where they stay. Come to Port Neches, Texas. We're mass producing them. He said 4 laps for the vintage. So that is one of the best sounds in jet ski racing. Definitely the best smell. As they leave, you'll smell the Maxima 927 castor oil and the clots, as I believe what most of them use. I'm hoping Cutter Deep Woods High Deet keeps the flies away, because I'm currently losing versus the flies here. I'm not Lord of the Flies yet, but I don't want to become him. So that is Jeff Wright out front on the 34 as he looks behind him, make sure nobody's close to him. And that's Brant Teskey there in second place, that bright orange Jeff Jacobs looking wetsuit, followed by Josh Bro on the 427, then Jaden Rosado, then that's Chad Manson on the 201. And he's a new rider to me, but we're going to learn him this weekend together, folks. Say his name. That is Devin Mathis on the 187. Race number six to the line. Ski 11, Ski 10, Ski 279, Ski 108, 10B, Ski 10W, and Ski 9. That's race number 6. The starting line is yours. And your helmet. They're not? I'm being quiet, folks, because I love that sound. Sounds like a bunch of bees. So that's Jeff Wright out front taking the halfway flag. He's taking a little back breather there. It sounds like Brant got some motor work done. That ski definitely does not sound like it did the last time I saw it. So you might be asking yourself, okay, these skis are 30 years old and they're out there riding them very smooth and fast. That's great that you see that. The best way I can describe riding these skis is like a 2x4 with the motor on it, or a skateboard. They're very narrow and they bounce like crazy. So as jet ski racing is evolved, if you want to say that, they came out with a neat thing called a sponson or a tubby. And they just started slapping them on everything thinking they would make them better. And they never really tried it on these skis. They were kind of the forgotten dinosaur, and vintage needs to stay true to its roots. That was the call to it. So one of the first people to design something to help him out was a legend of the sport named Chris Fischetti. And he developed a, what do you call it, a wing sponson. They called it a fish stick, which is what I call them, for the back. And what it did was it gave you an extra edge when you would lean the ski over, that it would help the ski not actually turn all the way on its side and wash out. So it made everybody about a mile an hour or two faster. And then as the motors got a little more evolved and people were like, oh, I don't have to buy a new ski, I can work on my old ski and get it going again, it started to grow steam, grow popularity. And then another person in the sport named Chris Haggist came out with sponsons for multitudes of different craft, and he said, why not a 550? So they put front sponsons on it. I know in my area I was one of the first people to do it, and I was questioned that it was cheating. I said, well, it's legal in every other class, and they're going to make it legal in this. So we put them on and just had a limited setup, went out there and heard Chris McCluggage say this week. We welded everybody in the field, meaning that they were stuck just behind us. They couldn't get in front of us. So not a lot of horsepower as anybody else, but the handling actually made the boat faster with the less horsepower. And you could ride these long laps, with ease. It was easy to ride. So then it was like, well, if he did it, then I'm going to do it. Now all of a sudden everybody's doing it. But the reason these skis are doing so well around the corners as the other skis is the horsepower is up. They are 90 to 100 horsepower in the 550 platform. And then the handling underneath them is very consistent to a two-stroke superjet now. So if you see like Rylan and Jaden Rosado, for instance, they ride two-stroke superjets, and they also ride vintage 550. There's not much difference in horsepower or speed, and they take to them both very well, and they look natural. As to where Josh Bro there on the 427 rides X2, which is also a vintage class that you stand up on in this class, and the ride and the bounce are very similar. So his two classes that he chooses are similar in, thank you, race 3, and she cooled me down because she thinks I'm hot, is posted. You have 30 minutes to look at your results and forever hold your position. Race number 6, the starting line is yours. Race 7 to the ready. Race 8, start thinking about it. We would love to get this over with a little quicker so we can take a longer break. So I do believe, unofficially, that's still Jeff Wright in the lead. He's coming around to put Sean, or did he already put Sean a lap down? He did. He's on the backstretch there. So this is, no, there's Jeff. Jeff's slowing up. That's Jaden trying to catch him there. There's Brent. So I believe Jaden raced in front of Brent there. Dad had to come tell me in a minute. I believe Jaden raced up in front of Brent to take second. So unofficial, Jaden Rosado there in second. Brant Teskey in third. It's getting hot out here. Did you go to the range and get that hat?
And I ride for Team Commander. My favorite thing about my GP1 is the fact that it's super stable in the rough water and how good it handles.
My name is Karis Webster, and I race the Commander 1050 GP1. My favorite thing about this ski is it's a perfect transition from junior lights to the GP class.
Okay. I know him, so no.
I'm looking for high quality performance oil. Liqui Moly Marine is my go-to oil. 2-stroke and 4-stroke, on and off the track. It's the best choice for me, and it should be yours as well.
your fuel cap, so you need a new fuel cap. Okay. If anyone, oh, Adrian may have a spare one, so if you don't find one, tell me and we'll get you a spare one. Yeah, it fits. Yes, sir. Yeah, we're missing some riders. Like Sean is missing, but I'll call his name. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I did not introduce you to race 6. I was taking care of a little business. But we will right now. On the 11, on the Yamaha out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, that is Ryan Poper. Poper on the 11. Next to him on the 10, out of Liberty Hill, Texas, that is Hendrix Smith. Smith on the 10. On 279. I believe they're out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. That is Eric Grinwald. Grinwald on the 279. On the 10B. Also out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. That is Trisha Poper. Huh? What did you sandbag for? Okay. On the 10W, the dad of the group out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. He rides for Leisure Pools. That is Jeremy Poper. And on the 9, all alone in the ski vet lights, that's the number 9 of Tony Tabor. Is it Tabor, or Tauber? He never tells me. Huh? Tony the Tiger. Tabor? Yeah, he said he liked that nickname. He said don't be confused with the Tiger King, though. He doesn't want to... He knows I like the Tiger King, so... So the right section of the course, which is the outside section, is blocked to my view by the Nautiwater trailer, but the Pettits over there have a good view of it. So usually they hoot and holler if something goes on over there and I can move to a position to see. But when you come off the starts onto the backstretch and into the splits, I've got a great view of the action. Speaking of action, Jackson Lloyd walking in front of me now. Tell me he likes him fast and hot. But his mother says he needs to pump the brakes. Didn't see Don Cope today. I know this is close to him. I do believe that is Ryan Poper out front on the 110. 11. Okay. There's Hendricks. I can't tell. All their skis look alike. And I know they don't wear the same wetsuit color anymore, thank God. All their skis look alike. I think it's Jeremy in second, Trish is in third. In fourth, thank you. Right. I want to thank Jettribe for being the title sponsor. Nautiwater Racing. Big Fish Bail Bonds also. Terry told me they catch them big or small. Or no, we release them all big or small. That's what he told me. I've exceeded the number on the UA7 Racing sponsons, but Basil and Felix actually very smart to come up and donate to the Paris Animal Shelter to advertise their racing sponsons product. That's the way you do it, folks. Put down a little money and make me talk. Way out front there, Ryan Poper, followed by his dad, Jeremy there. Hendricks trying to race up. Hendricks finishing school year, so no rodeos for him during the summer. Hendricks rodeos for an actual class. In his high school, rodeo is a class that they not only learn to ride the animals, but care for them and keep them healthy. In rodeo, it's a lot like jet skiing. You got to keep your jet ski tuned up and in good maintenance to be able to ride it or race it. The animals, the livestock, if you want to call it, the same way. They don't just, ride them, and they have to check over their gear that they use to ride them, or some call it tack. And then, of course, they have safety equipment, rodeo, just like they do in jet skiing. They wear vests and helmets, and they have fresh gloves. And then, of course, they check the animals. They check their muscle tone and their joints. So it's not cruelty to animals by any means. They love and respect the animals very much. And they're a part of the show, too. Of course, Hendricks riding the way he does, he's an amateur, so he's not allowed to earn actual money like the pros do, but he is eligible to scholarships to help him go to the school of his choice. And I know that the Smith family chooses universities like Tarleton State, which is a big rodeo school that big into animals and rodeo sports, and then Hagen, who I believe we'll see tomorrow, is finishing up at Texas A&M this year, plays golf. Aspiring to be an amateur golfer. But we're on the starting line, thank you. Race number 8 to staging. Race 9 to the ready. Race 9 is sport, so go get your boats warmed up. Make it to the starting line. Race number 7, Runabout Junior Rec Lights and Runabout Master, so the old and the young combined. In the Rec Lights Junior class, we've got the 149 of Brianna Weiler. Weiler, 149. And on the Sea-Doo, that's that bright. Yeah, put them in the sun. Yes, sir. 4 and 5 are posted. You have 30 minutes to view your results or forever hold your position. On the 38 Sea-Doo, that's John Caldwell Pool's entry. That's Montgomery, Texas. That's Ashley Swoll. Swoll on the 11. On the 193, riding for Jay Caldwell Pools, Dean's Team, and Country Power Sports, Deplorable Racing's own Cooper Caldwell. Caldwell on the 193. And it's his first race, I believe. First year racing, I know for sure. Goes by AJ, but he's on the 116. That's AJ Zuner. Zuner on the 116. And as Bob Seeger said, turn the page. Race number 7. Yeah, you're good. You're an 8. Mm-hmm. On the 342, that's Kyla Phillips. Phillips on the 342. He is not racing on the 405. Is the boat racing? He's not racing. Who's on your boat? Who's on the 405, Jackson? Who's subbing? Who's subbing? Who's riding in your place? Okay, we're going to scratch it. All right. No, I'm not doing that. You're here, but you're not there. No. You don't have $100. Go away. On the 636, that's a Sea-Doo. That's Matt Reeves. Reeves on the 636. On the 404 is Taylor Grinwald. Grinwald on the 404. And on the 279, it's her second time to race today out of Houston, Texas. That's Bailey Glaceman. Glaceman on the 279. That's the bright yellow boat, bright yellow wetsuit. Can't believe the 405 boat's not out there. If anyone has a pop-up tent they're not using, I could use some shade. All right, this is going to be a good race. Full line of runabouts. 2-card is up. He's going to go down the line and ask everyone if they're ready. A head nod means yes, a head shake means no. The 2 goes to 1. One means the light goes green, and we are racing. Is the horn attached to the light? Yeah. Some sun, but I don't need all the sun. Nah, we're good. That's there for a reason. And the shade moves all day, so we'll be all right. Ah, much better. Much better. More better. Ooh, my phone getting hot. So out front with the whole shot. Says he's making up points this weekend. It's 193 Cooper Caldwell. Followed by his teammate on the 38, Ashton Avery. Then Ashley Swoole. Best start of the day for her. Look at all of them in the back. Bailey Glaceman, Grinwald, stacked, racked, and packed. You could throw a rag over the back of the field. Look at the racing action, folks, into the sweeper. Makes me want an EX. Well, it's even. Look how close they are out there. I mean, Cooper, all right, fine. He does, but this is probably his 5th year on that boat. Everybody else, this is their 2nd or 3rd year or 1st, and you can throw a rag on them. It's good racing competition. They didn't spend a heap of money, and they can run them in 2 classes a day. Is racing EX. Cooper has that luxury of time on the boat, though, that none of us have. So let's see. That's Cooper in the lead. Ashton there in the 38 in 2nd. That's his practice buddy. Then you got Ashley now alone in 3rd. Looks like Taylor there's in 4th. And then the spray is so hot and heavy amongst 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, I just cannot tell. But that's what I like to see. They're hanging off the side of the ski. The spray's going wild. There's sparks mixed in there with the EXs. Or their hometown, but I know most of them. and I'm mixing them throughout. For instance, Cooper Caldwell rides for Jay Caldwell Pools, Dean's team. Let me think. Jettribe. I know them all, but I'm trying to weed out the ones that he's not doing today. Country Power Sports, Deplorable Racing. His grandparents. Missile? You just want like missile, like SEAL. McLovin? No, I'm joking. So it looks like Ashley's gaining a little bit of ground on Ashton there, but Greenwald's also gaining a little bit of ground on Ashley. So to call the racing action right now, Cooper's out front in the lead by himself, so he's not worried about anything but what's in front of him. Ashton there with Ashley, that's a mouthful, coming up behind him is going to try to start running either a tighter line to put pressure on her to run to the outside, but while she's doing that, Taylor on the 404, new number for him, is going to be watching Ashley and try to do what he can to dive on the inside. They have, it looks like 3 laps left. They took the halfway this time by. So Greenwald there is sizing up second place to pick what he's doing. Now he's using strategy. He's taking the inside split of the outside section, which is actually the longer way around, but it's shorter by distance, which now he has pulled in the gap. So we have Greenwald racing swell for third place. On the backstretch, they will now come into the front side splits. Ashley will elect to take the outside, while Greenwald will go to the inside. So they're running 2 separate lines. These are timed by the officials to be within a second of each other. You have to run the course perfect to make it work for you on the inside, run a tighter line, while Swell on the outside is running a more horsepower line and a little bit smoother because it's a wider track, so it's shorter, but you have to run a tighter line. And yes, she did make up time running the outside over Greenwald on the inside, but what he's going to do now is take that inside split again. Great racing action in the EX class. You got Taylor Greenwald, Kayla Phillips, and Matt Reed's all out there tearing up the water with each other. And that's how you get better, folks, is to race with each other. Riding out there by yourself is one thing, but when you ride behind somebody else and figure out how to catch up to them and pass them is a thing of beauty. It's not easy to do. And these are mixed classes, so you do have actually amateur runabout with junior runabout. There's Cooper Caldwell taking the lead. Race number 8 on the starting line. Race number 8. Race number 9, Sport Spec to staging. Race 10 to the ready. Races 1.
And I ride for Team Commander. My favorite thing about my GP1 is the fact that it's super stable in the rough water and how good it handles.
My name is Karis Webster and I race the Commander 1050 GP1. My favorite thing about this ski is it's the perfect transition from junior lights to the GP class.
Place and defended third. That's a great moto.
When I'm looking for high quality performance oil, Moly Marine is my go-to oil. 2-stroke and 4-stroke on and off the track. It's the best choice for me, and it should be yours as well.
on the 160. On the 627, my little buddy, out of Wichita, Kansas, that is Trent Cornett. Cornett on the 627. His brother,
Hey guys, it's Taylor Smith. We're here at Jettribe getting some new hats for race season. Let's go inside.
Hi, Callie. Hey, Taylor, are you ready for those new mats?
Yep, let's get started.
like to look at them, we have an example of them at the announcer's tent. And for $42, if you're tired of hearing about them, you can make a donation to the Paris Animal Shelter, and you can deliver your message to me, and we will start hearing about that. Ain't much better, but anything's more better than what I got. Ain't no Terry like the one I got. I don't know. Yeah, well, it would help. That's all right. That I do not have in my truck. Great racing action from Cooper Caldwell. Can we let everybody go and try to race up through the field next time? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. He said he'd do it, folks. Oh, wait, but can you make up points that way? What does he say? I don't know. I don't know. You're not Kevin Hart. I don't know. I don't know. So Cooper also taking on some other racing in the PWC community by going to, it's called P1 Aqua X, which is a endurance form of racing where they are offshore in the oceans or the large lakes. And it's a timed event that goes around very large buoys. And the best way I can describe it to you is it's an open course. There's buoys and designs, but it's more or less designed for you to run wide open for, I believe it's 45 minutes to an hour in ocean conditions against at least 16 to 20 other people. It's we used to call them scrambles. There's a lot of different words for them that they call them. But it's pretty intense. It is televised and highly, highly sponsored. So good luck to Cooper and Tim that are going to do that. All right, 2-card is up. Justin, our race director, start master, is going to go down the line, and the head nod means they're ready to go. The 2 goes to 1. All eyes go to the light, and as I don't see the light, but now I do, the light in the horn tells them to go. The horn is new for me. I believe it's synced with the light, so not only do you have a visual cue to start, you also have an audio cue to start. I like that a lot better. Here we go.
25 left. Are you up next? Yeah.
Race number 8. Race number 8. Starting line is yours.
Have enough gas, but y'all are on a big boat.
That's wrong. Race 8's over. No, it's not. That's right. I got a new sheet. You're up. Yeah. So with the whole shot, looks to me like the where'd he go? 319 of Bentley Cox on that 4-stroke Superjet, followed by the 160 of Andrew Vo. And they're going behind the trailer, so I can't see. But when they come around, we're going to know. Want to thank all of y'all for getting down to the course quick. Oh, no. That's an HX I don't like to see, but that's okay. We're going to watch how it does. He's got some sponsons on there. I don't have that on mine. Cooper and Hendrick's going to have some fun with this one. Terry. Look at that, 319. What a run for Bentley. Second, Andrew Vo. Third, Javier Falcon. Fourth, Tristan Hebert. Fifth, Felix Martinenko. Then there's Lily Wright on the 44. And then that's Trent Cornett on the 627. What I love about all these boats, the numbers are big. You can see them. Him. Out there. So guys, I'm getting excited for this next race because my ski's in it. So the big 37 HX is in this one, and then my teammate Charlie Bumpus on the 502. That's that pretty black blaster. He put some sponsons on it, and his confidence. Thank you, sir. Great watching you race today. You're welcome. You look like Jeff Jacobs out there because you're tall and lanky. So I know that's what you inspire to look like. So yeah, that's right. That's right. Wait, oh, Bosch, really? I figured you a Poire guy. No? Y'all know about all them foreigners out there on the West Coast. We just stick to our own, or to our roots around here. All right. Great racing action. Bentley.
Hey guys, it's Taylor Smith. We're here at Jettribe getting some new mats for race season. Let's go inside.
Hi, Callie. Hey, Taylor, are you ready for those new mats?
Yep, let's get started.
is on the outside and then the sun. I'll probably do it here in a minute. It's refreshing, as they say.
Looking for high quality performance oil, Moly Marine is my go-to oil. 2-stroke and 4-stroke, on and off the track. It's the best choice for me, and it should be yours as well.
To watch, right? It's for EZE Racing Products. Felix Mordoninko rides for his sponsor in Watercross in Texas. I know that for sure. And Adrian Fisk is riding for Elite Optics. He's out of Houston, Texas. Tristan Hebert rides for Big Fish Bail Bonds, Nautiwater Racing, his dad, and Smith Racing. Javier Falcone rides for Bentley Plumbing. Jeff Wright rides for North American Health Providers. And Dale's Jet Sport, Swanson Racing, and his mom. Hi, Mom. I know you're watching online, Mrs. Wright. Brant Teskey out of Imperial, Missouri, rides for Pro Watercraft Racing, Easy Ski Hitch Haulers, and VintageSki.com. And Joshua Bro, his company, Jerry Rig Racing. Jeremy Poper, we said it already, rides for Leisure Pools, but he also rides for Peak Power Sports, Utility Block Company, Jettribe, Flow Vision. And his son, Ryan, rides for the same, as well as Trisha. And what you looking for? It's on the line. Yeah, race line's on the. They've been listening to me. I got told because we're streaming, they want to hear the sponsorships. So I'm going back and reading all the sponsorships. I'm not just talking to talk. I am going to call the race. I promise. I got interest in it. I'm ready to see Ingram versus Smith out there. Tony Tabor out of Little Rock, Arkansas, rides for J-Spec Ski Works, Easy Ski Hitch Haulers, Opera Sauce. That's a cool name. Victory Fuel, Flow Vision, Born to Race, Threads, Moto Option, Redline Oil, FXR Racing. Brianna Weiler, daughter of Lewis, out of Dripping Springs, Texas, rides for EZE Racing Products. We're going to introduce race 9 to you on the 6th out of Hurst, Texas, riding for Watercross Texas, TCS Marine. That's Joe Gorilski. On the 37 out of Liberty Hill, Texas, that's Hendrick Smith. 69 out of Kaufman, Texas, is Joey Malden. On the 111 out of Melissa, Texas, riding for Neptune MF Dale's Jet Sports, that's Casey Moore. 502, Charlie Bumpus. And the 910 of Craig Ingram out of Oklahoma. And on the 13 out of Sandia, Texas, that's Todd Carlson. And he's not listed here, but we know he's out there. Sean Whitaker for Dale's Jet Sports on the 72. The light goes on, and they are racing. Off they go. Who they get the whole shot, no one knows, but we hope it's the 37. Hendrick Smith on the 37, riding for Deplorable Racing, JD 232 Racing and Salvage. That's my company. Smith Racing. He's out front right now. But on the outside, on the 111, that's the bright pink and black ski, that's Skinny. Here comes Hendricks. Hendricks working on his starts on the HX. Figured out something that he liked a little better. Hendricks will end up with the whole shot. Here comes Skinny. Skinny working really hard on her boat in the off-season, taking a couple of races off to make sure she got everything the way she wants. Currently in second place, Joey Malden, also building that ski in the off-season. And third, Joey's first year on the Sea-Doo. That's Craig Ingram on the 910 behind Joey. You could throw a blanket over second or third and fourth. That's Charlie now in front of Sean on the blaster, putting the sponsons on the blaster. Told him it was helping him turn a lot better. Sorry, folks, I've got vested interest in this race. Oh, Sean Whitaker goes down. We got a rider down on the outside scores. We've got a rider disabled on the outside of the course. He needs the hook. Sean in a battle with Charlie Bumpus for 5th. Meanwhile, out front, that 37 Deplorable Racing Liquid Moly HX from Dale's Jet Sports. That's my most famous ski in the fleet, folks. The 3 is for me. The 7 is for Tim. Hendricks representing us both well. Out front, Hendricks Smith, followed by 111 of Skinny. Closely in third by Joey Malden on the greener grass, and then 910 of Craig Ingram. Your points leader on the 502, Charlie Bumpus. And then Todd there on the 13. And then Joe on the 6. Joe Barilski, the bright yellow ski there coming around the front stretch. Racing so good, you're off your seat and on your feet. Sean Whitaker coming in on the hook. We'll get a look at his ski in the off time and see what we can do to get him. I bet it's a coupler. Or it could be something as simple as a starter button. These old, well, I shouldn't call them old, I'm sorry. These blasters are temperamental. The wrong shake, the wrong bump, the wrong wave, and they just no likey and no longer run. But a quick bolting or a bolt fastening or a clamp tightening or a ignition change or a switch change, sometimes even a good hard blow or a swift kick gets them right back underway. I love seeing that 37 boat, folks. We put a lot of effort into that ski. It gave us a lot of headaches, and to see it out front is a good thing. Hendricks has a lot of fun on it. Casey spending her time off in the race lab, doing a lot better on her ski. Usually she finishes her race on the hook. Yes, sir?
I appreciate that.
Yeah, your title sponsors. Okay, I haven't said Ride Now yet. Ride Now Lone Star Water Series, that's cool. And Liquid Moly, I just mentioned them. Oh, I forgot about 321 Kawasaki. That's the Lewinster clan. Jettribe, the Vos. Tony has the very large rig, country crossing rig over there. Jettribe on the side. We're in tribe country almost. Choctaw Indian territory. There's Todd out there on the 13. That beautiful, they call it purple, but it's purple. That's all right. Hey, it's a clamp or it's a coupler or something. It's an ignition. It's a switch. The pump might be locked. The pump might have a big stick in it. It ain't going to be anything hard. So Skinny making up a little ground on Hendricks. And the white flag comes out for our leader. We will, yeah. Cool. He's got a list of sponsors. I need to be going through the sponsors. This class, race number 9, Joe Barilski's riding for Watercross of Texas, TC Marine, and Casey's riding for Neptune, MFS, and Dale's Jet Sports. Let's see. Kyla Phillips out of Bulverde, Texas, rides for Audubon Automotive. And Matt Reeves on that 636 earlier rides for Alchemy Tech. That's a cool name. AJ Zuner out of Alvarado says he rides for Bull Mastiffs of Dallas-Fort Worth. We're reading these off because we didn't have them earlier, folks, so we want to make sure we get them all in. Brant Teskey out of Imperial, Missouri, riding for Pro Watercraft Racing, Easy Ski Hitch Haulers, and VintageJetski.com. Always love saying Big Fish Bail Bonds. Oh. So did Skinny get close to Hendricks or not? She did. Okay, so Skinny used the inside split to get in front of Hendricks. So now Skinny unofficially has the lead. Hendricks is going to take the inside split because he's running it tighter. He's been doing that the whole time. Casey taking the longer way around with more horsepower, which clearly she has. We will have a drag race to the finish. We will have a drag race to the finish. So watch Skinny as she comes off the last buoy. It looks like to me Hendricks is one behind. He's not sandbagging, I can tell. So here he comes. Oh, Ingram gets in front of Skinny now. Okay. So we have an interview from the last race. We are with Tony Tabor. Tony, tell us where you're from and how are the water conditions, and is there anybody watching at home that you'd like to thank?
Little Rock, Arkansas. The water's great. It's rough after you do a few laps. I'm not sure anybody's watching at home, but my wife, Lindsay, and Olivia are over here.
So you're here with your family, and what about your sponsors that helped you get here on the water today?
Tons of them. I got my guy Devin from J Spec Ski Works, Redline Oil, Victory Drink. Born to Race Threads, Showtime Freestyle, Easy Ski Hitch Haulers.
So I got to ask that. Tony's one of the guys that actually takes a risk. I know it's not a risk. You're going to talk about the company here in a second, and that's what I want you to do. But Tony is one of these crazy folks that you see riding up and down the highways with his full-size jet ski on the back of a hitch hauler on his truck. So explain to us this phenomenon of towing your jet ski on your hitch hauler behind your truck.
Here's the deal. Everybody thinks it's dangerous. I love it. I don't have room at home for a trailer, so I can just wheel the thing into my garage. I can park anywhere I want. I don't have to look for trailer parking. It's great.
And, of course, you're not one of those pesky people at the boat ramp that doesn't know how to back up a trailer to get your ski to the water.
That's another thing. I have a tote. I can just bypass everybody.
And that's how you sell your products online, folks. Thank you, Tony, so much for that interview. Yes, sir. If you don't know Tony, he's a legend of our sport. He shows up with his own T-shirts, and his family and his wife come to support him in their T-shirts. He's always got a list of sponsors. His number is real big on his ski. He's in the vintage. You're in the Masters class now. Bet lights. So.
My favorite thing about my GP1 is the fact that it's super stable in the rough water and how good it handles.
My favorite thing about the new GP1 is how easy it was to set up. We just threw an engine in, threw a pump in, and we're winning races.
My favorite thing about the new GP1 is how it's made in America and how much stronger they are.
Always a good person to ask opinions on or advice. He's pretty much done it in this, folks. He's been to the West Coast, been to the East Coast. He's from the Arkansas area, so he is a Region 5 racer. We see him usually 2 or 3 rounds, the northern rounds. Sometimes he does make it to the southern rounds in Houston. I'm jealous of his shirts. So I'm a dirt track racer also, and a shirt is what helps you get up and down the highway. Tony Tabor 9 apparel. So he has a picture of him jet skiing on his shirt with a good logo in the front. That's how you do it, folks. Invest in yourself, and they will come. And y'all are sitting there saying to yourselves, well, who's in the next race? Well, it's race number 10. It's Ski Beginner. So on the 29, out of Rockwall, Texas, riding for Bell Helmets, 100%, that's goggles. In Raincross Storage, that's Megan Burns. Burns on the 29. On the 57, out of Lavon, Texas, riding for Dude Logic, that's Lawrence Casper on the 57. Casper, 57. Turn the page. Oh, you're going to help me with this one. On the 111, out of nowhere, Jackson Yostin. Help me if I said that right. Jackson Yostin. And on the 543, out of Brazil, Indiana, that's Jared DeLong, or DeLong. Race 11 to the ready. Race 11, there's a lot of you to the ready. Race 12, Vintage X2. Start thinking about it. We are up to race 5 closed for results. Race 6, 7, and 8 are posted. Yes, sir. I got you. Thank you. Everything cool? Exhaust? Amongst other things. Okay. Is there a water in there? Well, not that hard. Might break a finger. Good, Nord. Good night. Thank you, sir. That is a little water. Where's your sister? She's down there. Okay. Jade, you coming to do your interview, buddy? No? No? You will this weekend. I know. Did you? Well, did you meet your football coach? Shannon Smith, the new football coach? No? No? Okay, you will. Thank you, Trent, for that water. It will be well used. I'm following my own advice in hydrating. I want to thank Tony Tabor again, the Tiger. Charles appreciate. Went to LSU a few weekends ago and got to visit Mike the Tiger. Never been able to. LSU coach, believe it or not, is not anyone other than Coach O, Ed Ogeron, because he said, "Go Tiger," the best out of anybody in the whole wide world. He should trademark that because nobody says it better than Coach O. Go Tiger. Hey, Bentley, look up off your phone, buddy. Great racing. Great moto. Could you start behind them all and still win? That's what I want to know. He's smiling like he could. Hey, Javier did it. Bentley looks like a young Jacob Shaw. That's what I was thinking too. Always love the sports spec class. They are spirited individuals. So they're on the back side. When they come around the backstretch, I'll give you unofficial results here. So it is their first season of racing. Right now, the objective is to make it around the course without missing a buoy and keeping the falling to a minimum. Best advice I can give any racer is do not fall. Interesting fact, it takes as much energy to get up from as it does to race one lap without falling. So if you're out there and you fall and get up, it is the same energy as running an extra lap, which you do not want to do. It is a race. You're supposed to get to the finish first. So falling is bad, but it happens. I was really good at it. Best position I ever had as a racer was lapper. Now I try to put my effort into working with these young guys. I don't do it. I never ride anymore, but I give good advice, and I sell decent used parts sometimes. Just pulled apart a Sea-Doo 720. Here runs a 155 pump, so don't know what I'm going to do there. But hopefully the 720 turns into a good motor that we can put into another HX in the Sport Spec class. So out there in the lead, I cannot see the number, but it is a young lady. Go ahead and say that it's Megan Burns out front for Bell Helmets, 100% and Rain Cross Storage. You would be able to see the zoomed in version and tell. Yeah, so it is. It is Megan Burns out there. That's awesome. First race ever out there with the whole shot in the lead, about to win. That's what Justin's saying. So big, huge round of applause for that young lady. Race number 11. Race number 11. We're going to introduce you to them right now. Ski Pro-Am 4-stroke lights. So this is the 4-stroke Superjet, the fast guys. On the 021 out of El Reno, Oklahoma, that is Travis Falenga on the 021. 113 out of Bulverde, Texas, riding for Audubon Automotive, that's Greg Phillips. Of Mike Myhill. He's not on a 411. He rides number 5. Okay. Novice ski stock 4-stroke lights out of Ukraine. Out of the Ukraine via Flower Mound, Texas. Riding for an array of sponsors. I know most of them. We've got the UA7 of Felix Mordoninko for Big Fish Bail Bond. The 41. On the 44. Out of Kansas City, Missouri, riding out of Quinlan, Texas, riding Bentley Plumbing. It's Javier Falcone, 106. On the 127, out of Weatherford, Texas. That's Michael Lewandowski on the 127. On the 160, out of Sulphur Spring, Texas, riding for Jettribe is Andrew Vo on the 160. We're going to scratch the next rider. Race number 12, you are in the ready. Race 13, start thinking about it. Missile, that's you. Adrian, that's you. Trisha Poper, that is you. Ready. So we're going to call race 6 over. Race 7 and 8, you have about 5 minutes left. She's hosting race 9 now, and they're working race 10. Joey Malden, Skinny Malden. I'm sorry. Joey Malden, Skinny. Greg Ingram, you may want to see where you were scored in moto, because that was a wild finish. Hendricks, you may also want to come check where you were scored in your moto. We're on race 11. We introduced them. These are the fast guys on the Super Jets, 4-stroke. We'll see them on different skis a little later. Sean, can you pull the plug wire from the cap? Y'all, I'm trying to troubleshoot one thing and call another thing, and the thing with the thing. 2 goes to 1. Everybody says, nope, no, we have a 2-minute hold. 2-minute hold. He's got the 11 in front of him, so I can't see what he's doing. If anyone has a CDI box for a Superjet, or a start and stop button for a Superjet, please see Sean Whitaker. All right. 2 card is up. Everybody's nodding if they're ready. When everyone says yes, the 2 goes to 1. Then you will hear a light and a horn, and we are racing. 9 is up. You have 30 minutes to forever hold your position. Now, we've seen these Superjets a few times today, but this is actually the fast class. So it's been either juniors, amateurs, or beginners. These are the amateurs and the pros. Yes, some of the names are the same, but they're actually old enough to ride in the amateur class as well. Great start on the inside split. I believe that's Mike Myhills. I don't know. I'm gonna look. It looks like him. Now that's the 021 of Travis Falanga. Then followed by the 140 of Andrew Vo. There's Lily Wright racing with Felix. Then Tristan. Followed by Javier and Mike Hills. And then 127 there is on the previous page. Lewandowski on the 127. There it is. I'll get it right. All right, race 12, 650 X2 and X2 Open. Please make your way to the line. Oh, and we got Isaac with us weekend. Cool. I tease Mark Rosado. He's my coworker and my bro, and he has my 3 sons. Thank you, Craig, for listening to me. You're my hero. You're my Sea-Doo hero, buddy. You're welcome. I was worried when I saw your name. Swole. Like cool. Swole? Oh, Swole. Really? No W? You don't hear the W at all? All right. Man, I want to use that W. See, W means win. Yeah. Man, Travis Falanga lighting it up. Lighting it up. Andrew Vo just shaking his head like, wait a minute, I'm on a super jet too. Lily Wright holding her own in third. Javier trying to race up to Felix and Lily. Mike Myhill's trying to race up to them. He will catch them before it's over. They're in different classes. Sewell. I'll get it, Greg. Sewell. Greg, in the real estate business, I've been telling people, if there was ever a small lake that you could build houses on with like a boat ramp for every, like, say 3 houses on a lake that we could have buoys set up all the time, I'm in. I would go. I would move. After my kid gets out of high school, I would buy property to do that after work and on the weekends. I would still come race too, but to be able to do it every night before the sun goes down, it's a dream of mine.
Caught him in the wild one time so far.
So if you are a real estate developer and you've always dreamed of something similar, it's a great idea. Where's Falanga from? Reno, Oklahoma. That's why we don't see him much. Man. We're going to have to strap some weights on that kid's ankles. There's Andrew. He switched up his wetsuit. He went away from the bright orange. I believe that a blue and maybe red version for Memorial Day. Lily's still in front of Felix there. Those are all great kids right there in 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Well, as Mike right there on the 5. I believe one of them just went down. I heard an, oh, there go. Yeah, it is. So either Lily, Felix, or Javier went down. And there's people racing behind them, so we want to make sure they get missed. We want no collisions. There's Tristan. All right. Vintage X2. Followed by the fast guys of race 13. They all know who they are. We'll hear them in a minute. Travis Falanga taking the white flag. Boy, he should change his number to 911, and he could be Reno 91. That would be awesome. So Lily still in 3rd there. No, wait, is that right? Falanga. Yeah, then Andrew. Lily in 3rd, and Javier had to bow out of that race. Had a spill. Felix in 4th there. Want to remind everybody that there are some food vendors over by the pavilion, so it's not... God, it's 2 o'clock. Well, lunchtime's actually a little over, but they're there till all day, so if you're feeling a little bit hungry and didn't bring snacks for yourself, they got food over there to eat. You got plenty? So there's Travis Falanga there with a big moto win. Man, I wish him and Bentley Cox could race each other. That would be a great matchup. What you think about this race in action, Charles? Gives us a good thumbs up there. Charles is the person behind the camera that you're seeing. I'm the voice behind the microphone calling this racing action. There's Andrew Vo, Jettribe.
Is Race Guys, and I ride for Team Commander. My favorite thing about my GP1 is the fact that it's super stable in the rough water and how good it handles.
My name is Karis Webster, and I race the Commander 1050 GP1. My favorite thing about this ski is it's the perfect transition from junior lights to the GP class.
Hey guys, it's Taylor Smith. We're here at Jettribe getting some new hats for race season. Let's go inside.
Hi, Callie. Hey, Taylor, are you ready for those new mats?
Yep, let's get started.
Looking for high quality performance oil, Liqui Moly Marine is my go-to oil. 2-stroke and 4-stroke, on and off the track. It's the best choice for me, and it should be yours as well.
Okay, back to the story. Kawasaki wanted to come up with a way that you could ride with a friend. So they came out with a V-bottom hull that they made in the 650 SX and the experimental two-person jet ski. Now, that was affectionately called the X2, experimental two-person jet ski. The idea was that the first person, the front person, the steerer, the captain, would control the throttle and the handlebars and ride in the front on their knees. And the second rider would ride behind them, standing up with their hands on their shoulders. As you can see, these skis are not very big, and they were designed in Japan. So I'm sure that worked well with little Japanese people. But in the States, not so much. So it is very difficult to ride two people on these things, but I have done it, and I have seen people do it. It looks very awkward, but since there were so many of them made because it was a popular ski, it actually became the fastest growing class in the history of jet ski racing, period. It outranks the Runabout. It outranks all the new super jets in the 4-strokes. The X2 is actually the most raced ski class in the entire world. I would argue with you there. It's pretty dang fun. So that's why they're still here. They're considered a vintage class. We do not ride them with two, but there were races, believe it or not, one time that they had to have two people on them. That was a lot of fun. And then there was time they did relay races where you had to switch riders, like a Le Mans style. They are in this fitment, two different engines. Some of them have a 650 engine, which was stock with parts on them. Some of them have switched to a 750 engine, and some of them have actually switched to an 800 engine like we see in the SXR. And I don't hear one, so it's not fair to say, but you can also put a triple cylinder in these skis legally, and that is wild. I thought you could run it if it was stock. Ah, okay. So it has to be a 2-cylinder in vintage. Okay. Which is a 2-cylinder. I still don't think it's fair you can run an 800 SXR motor, but They allow it. Huh? Race 14 to the line? 13. Okay. Hey, I was going to do it. I got to move. The sun is hot. Hey, there's Don Coe. Yeah, that was a great moto. Him and Bentley Cox both. Great first moto. That's how you do it. What are we looking at here? Those are the GP boats warming up. The breeze feels good under here, y'all. That's all right. Oh, what are you... You're from New Mexico. You know all about the wind. Well, you should have come to Lake Charles then. Uh-huh. You should have come to Lake Charles. Yep. Those pools will dig themselves. You should have come to Lake Charles. I know you're one. I know you're the type of that says that, hey, these pools don't dig themselves, and you walk around with a shovel. Yeah, I know. Jeremy Poper is one of the most successful veteran ski class racers in the world. Holds a couple of world titles, and I'm very jealous of him. He's a great individual, and he's about to hold for his wife here in the GP class. But, I mean, you're sitting there saying New Mexico. Yes. Region 5 actually covers the most ground, believe it or not, in all of IJSBA. We cover Oklahoma, Arkansas, New Mexico, Texas, and Louisiana. And by volume, it's the most mileage, but unfortunately not the most riders. That's kind of the thing. You think, my God, after all that land and mileage, that it would be the most amount of riders. No, the Third Coast is called that for a reason. Jet skiing is actually more popular now on the East Coast in Florida because of all the classes they race out there. And then the West Coast, real big in San Diego, San Francisco, and Lake Havasu. And then we're a distant third, not too shabby though. And we're kind of viewed in the jet ski world like Rocky, right? They always count us out. They kind of think of us as rednecks or from the middle of the country, however the little stereotypes you want. But when you put Cooper Caldwell out there, he's a force to be reckoned with. Tim Miller, also a force to be reckoned with. Bentley Cox, that we see go down to the water there, also very impressive. So Jeremy Poper, great example. Goes to Lake Havasu, off rides out there. So we've always been a threat and a presence in the sport. It's just not always as documented or, I don't know, promoted. But we're going to change that. We got more juniors than they do. And that's the thing. And I can tell you, like in the West, the reason it fell off out there were the environmentalists, got behind not wanting two-stroke jet skis on the water. And then they focused more on the Midwest, and sales went up, and you see them on Lake Paris here, and Lake Levon in Dallas, and Lake Charles in Louisiana, and Victory Lake in Baytown, Madisonville. Y'all have a race in El Dorado, Kansas? Not anymore? Oh. I made that one once. That was the furthest I've ever drove the race, actually. That was it was the closest one for you, but it was the furthest one for me. Believe it or not, it was further away than Nashville, Tennessee. Not by much, but So we're getting ready for the big boys here. You're going to see Vintage X2 is out there right now, and when they come across, we're gonna give you who they are. We're not ignoring them by any means. We're sitting there talking and having fun. Jet ski racing is fun, folks. We're out by the water in the warm sun. These jet skis are beautiful. These riders are beautiful and masculine. That is Josh Bro out front. Figured it was on the 427. Believe he's the points leader in X2 this year. Followed by Brant Teskey. I know him from his wetsuit. He's wearing that Jeff Jacobs style wetsuit.
My favorite thing about my GP1 is the fact that it's super stable in the rough water and how good it handles.
My favorite thing about the new GP1 is how easy it was to set up. We just threw an engine in, threw a pump in, and we're winning races.
My favorite thing about the new GP1 is how it's made in America and how much stronger they are.
I don't know. Rosado will come tell us. Without further ado, we are going to introduce you to race 13. It is everything we can cram into one race. He asked me to call him Missile out of Liberty, Missouri. It's the Missile, 51. 51, the Missile. On the 5, out of Houston, Texas, Conroe rides for Elite Optics. It's Adrian Fisk. Fisk on the 35. On the 10B, riding for Leisure Pools, Jet Pilot, Flow Vision, Naughty Shine, Aero. It's Trisha Poper on the 10B. Under her at us. Shouldn't have said that. On the list under her. Out of Spicewood, Texas. Austin Jet Skiers, number 12. Mike Myhills. Myhills, number 12. Out of Norman, Oklahoma. On the 17. That's that real pretty silver boat, y'all. That's Craig Fain on the 17. Pretty ski here, in my opinion, for Coke Plumbing out of Altus, Oklahoma. And on the 93, Coke. Out of Austin, Texas, on the 104, it's Tim McGee. McGee on the 104. And out of Sulphur Springs, Texas, riding for Elite Fireplace and Stove, it is Brian Snyder. Snyder, number 14. Race number 11 is posted. You have 30 minutes. Tim Miller not in this race. Tim Miller, no. Huh? He's not on the hot word. Huh? Oh. We didn't combine y'all. Okay, my bad. Hey, I'm not that old either. So that's a good thing. Tim's nickname for me has always been Money because he was 777. Look at Brian Snyder with the hole shot. Brian Snyder pulling off the hole then Adrian Fisk, then Mike Myhills. That's the 410, no, actually. Then the 51 of the missile. Wait a minute, Poper's not that old. Come on, she's young. He is your race director taking a pause for the cause to whole shot the field and run away with the lead. It is Brian Snyder. Brian getting used to that boat over last year and this year, showing us how it's done right now. Talked to Don earlier in the year, and he borrowed a jet ski at the end of last year, had to send his back to Arizona to get it worked on, but it looks like it's just fine to me. Gorgeous blue and orange. That's my favorite colors, folks, is the blue and orange. Looks like Union 76 gas or the old Gulf. Yours does look good too, but that purple is awesome. Your helmet is the best in the business. Everybody knows you by your helmet, brother. And Trent has the best numbers. You definitely have the biggest numbers. I think somebody slipped something into Brian Snyder's protein shake this morning, y'all. I'm not allowed to say what he's doing out there for this class, but in command, Brian Snyder going fast. I've been doing a little work. That's all cool to say. Going fast, Brian Snyder in the lead. Followed by Don Cope. Now Tricia Poper looking in the hunt for second place. Followed by Adrian Fisk. Much different conditions this weekend than from in Lake Charles. Constant chop without any need. It was providing chop no matter what. Right now, as the laps are getting longer, the chop is starting to show up. Great sound on the GP skis out there right now. Thank you, Race 14, for being online. Race 15, you're in staging, or to the right, actually. Race 16, start thinking about it. Race 16 is our finale. Thank goodness we're 14 is a bunch of guys that are also in race 16. So we're going to give them a break so they're not back to back, which is awesome. I want to thank the city of Paris, Texas for hosting our event. They had a corporate challenge yesterday with the civic leaders of the town trying to jet ski race for their respected business or organization. I want to say a happy birthday to Miss Donna Queener. Her birthday was a few days ago. She turned 26. And she looks every minute of it. She says you are as old as you feel. And she said that 3 years old was as much as she felt. All she could do was lay around and cry. I've been practicing material, Miss Donna. I've been practicing. She said she did not feel old enough to need a diaper again, though, nor young enough to need one, so it was a good age. Wednesday activities was to go to the Heart of Texas Speedway in Waco, watch the dirt track. I love that, and I will partake in that with them one night. That is a promise that Tim and I made to each other Saturday night at the dirt track, especially in Waco, because sometimes it's really cold there, but when the weather is nice, it's actually really nice. They've also been partaking in a lot of Texas country concerts, which right now the artists are around the Austin and Waco area, so they've been sharing with me what Texas country artists they've been seeing. I'm super jealous. I got to see William Clark Green. Yeah, I posted.
My favorite thing about my GP1 is the fact that it's super stable in the rough water and how good it handles.
My favorite thing about the new GP1 is how easy it was to set up. We just threw an engine in, threw a pump in, and we're winning races.
My favorite thing about the new GP1 is how it's made in America and how much stronger they are.
Pulling off those bumpers is not easy. We got a big field in this Runabout, so we're going to on the 37 Texas riding. Let's see, Liqui Moly Performance, Country Power Sports, Mr. Money, Big Perm, Tim Miller 7 of Converse, Texas, off a Moto, what would you call it? Four-wheeler win 2 weekends ago, the 787 of Pablo Pagan. And an amateur runabout stock on the Sea-Doo out of Kima, Texas on the 23. That's James House 23. On the 24 out of Lago Vista, Texas. That's Kyle Robinson number 24. On the 130 out of Dripping Springs, Texas. Easy E Racing Productions. It's the Lewis Weiler 130 out of Fort Worth, Texas. He rides for Jay Caldwell Pools, Dean's team, Jettribe. It's the 193 of Cooper Caldwell 193, and out of Lakeway, Texas. On the far 13, he just corrected me. It's Greg Sewell 413. Big runabout lineup today, folks. We're going to see a wage of water here in just a few seconds. I got my money that Mr. Caldwell going to pull off this whole shot. $1. That's a red flag. Premature acceleration. And if it's on Cooper Caldwell, then we owe some people some money. No bet. We didn't shake on it. Hey
guys, it's Taylor Swift. We're here at Jettribe getting some new hats for race season. Let's go inside.
Hi, Callie. Hey, Taylor, are you ready for those new mats?
Yep, let's get started.
Who's having fun? That's what I like to hear. Could we do better? Terry says yes. What I'm told the most, guys, when I'm on these weekends is I love it when you're here. Well, I love to be here, and I love you. They are, and if you're up to race 10, I believe, you can, I want to say all the way up to 8 is closed. So if you're in 8, 9, or 10, you have a chance. It's 30 minutes from the time it's posted, and that's why I try to call out the posted time. Usually it's smart to come about 2 motos after yours. That's when they put them up, is about 2 motos after yours. Because they get a little bit of break while the riders go around in the first few laps to get them finalized, and then the ends and up here. I'm transparent. I'll tell you how it works. I ain't had nothing except my money. I'll have my money. All right, so Cooper, with the premature acceleration now, will have to do what we call a, his hand will be on his helmet and his lanyard in his hand. When the light and the horn goes off, he will be allowed to put his lanyard in and start. Now, it's not going to affect him very much. He will still, well, but I know what he's going to now. He's going to use this as a learning curve and start wading through the wash, and he's going to learn that Sea-Doo a little bit different than he normally does and actually ride up through wash. And I lost it. And that's going to open the door for the 37 and Lewis Weiler, 37 with the whole shot. Then that looks like Lewis Weiler behind him, followed by Pablo Pagan. I don't know who's on that Sea-Doo, though. There's Sean Whitaker on the 72, followed by Kyle Robinson. There's Cooper Caldwell already racing up past Greg Sewell. I'm going to start saying it right. Adrian, great moto, brother. Great moto. No, he's on a faster ski that handles the water a lot different. Don't sweat that. You got in the last one, and those water conditions favored you. Today, water conditions favor him. So, yes, that's right. That is still high-powered pistol versus machine gun. I don't care what you say. Folks, this racing action has just got me out of my seat and on my feet. Charles Ginchard, how about this racing action? All right, out front, familiar to him, said they're going to catch up on points this weekend. They're certainly doing that right now. It is the 37 of Tim Miller. Big Perm in the lead. He said messing with my points is like messing with my emotions. Followed by Lewis Weiler. Now Pablo Pagan defending his third place position. That's James House on that 23 Sea-Doo out of Kemah, Texas. Great racing action between Pablo Pagan. He just shut the door on Cooper Caldwell. Meanwhile, Caldwell starting hand on helmet, racing up through the field. He's already gotten past Greg Sewell and Sean Whitaker. Now working on Pablo Pagan. Believe that's fourth for Cooper. And they are separate classes, so let's not forget that. Watching Cooper now on the Sea-Doo RX-PX 325 versus the GP 1800R. They're both about 320, 330 horsepower. They're going close to 90 miles an hour. Yes, really, 90 miles an hour. These boats are stock, but they can be changed a little bit to go faster than what stock is, which is limited at 75. They can do a reflash, change the prop, increase the handling. and reduce drag. That's the best way I can say it. These boats are heavy, but when they're going that fast, there's only so much of them actually in the water to where they reduce drag. So if you look at Weiler ski, you'll see a little bit more of it in the water, but you look at Pagan ski, it's higher up out of the water, and Miller ski is higher up out of the water. That's because of a trim. They do have trim on these skis that the rider can adjust while they're out there to put the boat nose down to help it turn better, or pick the boat up, the nose of the boat up, put more pump in the water to gain boat handle different. Tim Miller in the clean water out front, not having to contend with the rough water like Cooper Caldwell is, can adjust his ski to run different on a different type of the course. Great moto, Brian. Great moto, buddy. Hometown boy looks good. That's right. That's right. If there's ever a time to shine, I don't believe there's any question of your result, but what was going on behind you was crazy. Oh, it was banging, it was beating, it was falling. That was one of the best sport spec races of the year. That was awesome. Out front, the 3.7 of Tim Miller, riding for Jay Caldwell Pools, Dean's team, Liquid Moly, Country Power Sports. Wait a minute, Pablo Pagan riding up to Lewis Weiler now, takes over second, and Cooper Caldwell is actually following him now, decided not to battle with him. He's going to go up against James House. There's a tent in the way, I'm sorry. Here comes Cooper, big head of steam. He's going to check up. Now I can't see because of a trailer. Give him a second. Pablo Pagan now in second. Here comes Cooper on the outside of the horseshoe. Now cuts into... Look at this battle on the outside. That's Cooper Caldwell going around James House, using the splits to his advantage. So now Pablo Pagan in second. Cooper Caldwell racing from a dead engine start to third. And he's got second in his sights, y'all. He's not done. Pagan making a little bit of a bobble there on the inside. Cooper moving the buoys around to his advantage on the outside. Drag race, Cooper Caldwell. Cooper Caldwell to second. It only took him 4 laps, folks. That's wide open in Florida gets you right there. Don't believe go into a different type of discipline and learning something new and letting it kind of humble you, if you want to say that. It makes you better sometimes. We had something here in Texas called Supercourse, and you rode wide open for 30 minutes. You just rode wide open for 30 minutes against each other. And I personally didn't like it because I didn't like riding my boat that hard for that long, but it did make you better. I can admit that. If your boat lived, you could survive 40 minutes on your ski wide open. It did make you better. There's Greg Sewell in the back. I mean in the back, in his position. He's not currently riding against anyone. Now we got Kyle Robinson. And Cooper Caldwell is working up to lap them. He's now in second place. Miller's on the backstretch. This is the last lap. So Pablo Pagan in third. And then James House also getting in front of Lewis Weiler for fourth. So this is all unofficial, of course. And there could be missed buoys. There could be a lot of things. So don't Don't count me to what I say is true. I'm just calling it like I see it. Race number 15. Race number 15, we need you on the line. That is a Moto 1 win for Tim Miller. He's looking across to see where Cooper is. That's what he's out there looking at now, and he sees that he's actually on the, turns around all the way and sees he's on the backstretch. So he knows that he had to do a little bit of catching up to do. Tim is very calculated, y'all. Tim knows every drop of gasoline that goes into his ski. He knows the exact position of oil, the way the grips are placed on the handlebars. He is very, very methodical about his stuff. The goggles go on the same way. The shoelaces are tied the certain way. The life jacket's buckled the same way. That's how he works. He is a machine. If we could clear the
looking for high quality performance oil, Moly Marine is my go-to oil. 2-stroke and 4-stroke, on and off the track. It's the best choice for me, and it should be yours as well.
Hebert, 141. Next to him on the 627, also out of Wichita, Kansas, riding for the same people I just named, it's Trent Coronet, 627. Race number 16. If you ride a GP ski, make your way to the line next. And that will wrap up our first half of racing for the day. We want to thank everybody for showing up today and racing with. We do it again and stop. Big perm. Messing with my money is like messing with my emotions. Cooper, I know you couldn't hear it, but that's what racing in Florida gets you right there, buddy. Remember I said race up through the field? Congratulations, you just did it. And it didn't phase you one bit. You focused and you hammered down. Good racing, buddy. I love it. One thing of them are here. Thank you, sir. That's a smart thing to do. It doesn't matter which any of them are here. Every one of them are capable of putting on a show like that. In Lake Charles, it was Pablo Pagan. Battle right then and there. He slowed down. He gathered everything up, took on a head of speed, and actually passed everyone in the field on one section of the course. 4 riders in one section. Very, very impressive. He got race of the day. We haven't necessarily talked about it yet, but I'll go ahead and say one of our race of the day candidates right now, that 4-stroke Superjet. I'll go ahead and put Travis Falanga in the talk for race of the day, because that was impressive what Travis did. And then, oh, that does not sound good at all. And then, y'all me unanimously. Let me find out her name. I'm sorry. She's new, so I don't know her well enough yet. his character. Let's see. To the day candidate is Miss Megan Burns. Somebody disagree with me? I will argue. But to right now, race of the day candidate, definitely Megan Burns. So 2 races, premature acceleration. Terry, what you think on that vote? Megan Burns race of the day so far? Beginner? And, you know, sometimes they agree with me, but then the argument comes that, hey, I really think this race was better. It's all opinionated. It's all opinion. Let's see, we're going to close race probably up to race 9 because she told, I believe we're on race 15 now. So if you're 12 to 11, you've got time left. We're waiting. You did good. That's all right. This is a long track. I'm not counting lap times yet, but I'm willing to bet we're over a minute on lap times. It's minute 45. I figured this is a big track. This is bigger than we had in Lake Charles for sure. And much, much smoother. And everybody, when after I just said that, is nodding their head yes. Yeah, it's a big track. Yes, we're racers. We think about that kind of stuff. You doing good, buddy? They just brought me a water. Are you hydrated? You're under a nice tent, too. Is there a breeze down there? He held his thumb up. Oh, AJ. Perfect. It's not ice cold either. It's kind of warm. I mean, I don't like warm water. Trent told me he wanted this one. He's starting way on the outside, though. Go, who gets the whole shot? We're about to know. Still at $41. It's going to cost you $41 to not hear about the animal shelter. It's going to help feed and medicine animals. All right, so we got Bentley Cox with the whole shot. Javier Falcon getting a way better start in this one. So we're going to have a battle up front. Javier followed by Trent Coronet. Javier, what you got, buddy? I have no. They give me what they give me. If you list too many, it just does ... I know y'all are. Correct. If there's so many letters that you get, and then after that it ... I don't know how it works that way. She's explained it to me a few times. But write yours on there. I know y'all are Watercross of Texas, and you're not Watercross of Texas anymore? Okay, you have been before. Changed, man. You keep one sponsor for life, like Jet Pilot lifetime contract. Okay. 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 Right. Okay. Yeah, that's how Kurt works. Still followed by Javier Falcone. I'm listening. I can talk and listen. Correct. Make your own. Yep. Sometimes you got to do it on your own. Jeremy, you going to race this one or hold it, buddy? Ooh, look at that 299. Man. Terry, race 16's in staging. Uh-huh. So we're going to get this last race over with, and then the results will be posted for the remainder of the first motos. You'll have that time. Then we're going to take a 15-minute recess, break, pause, and start back over with Moto 1. It is currently 2:30, be somewhere in the 2:40 range. So I'd be safe to say that we'll be resuming Moto 2 action around 3 to 3:05, 3:10. And the second set of motos will click off faster. We won't have the national anthem, and you're already used to getting to the line. So we click these off quicker and out of the water and ready for tonight's festivities. Bentley Cox out front, still followed close by. They're taking the white flag. Tristan Hebert, they're still in third. Are you a belly dancer today? That's awesome. So Bentley stretching out that lead a little bit on the front, or on the back stretch rather. I'm losing a lot of battery fast. I gotta go off Wi-Fi here. There's Miss Shanti. I bet she's got all the way up to 12 or 13 right now. So I was right in my predictions. Getting better at this, y'all. I want to thank Jettribe for being our title sponsor, along with Ride Now Power Sports 321M.
For Team Commander, my favorite thing about my GP1 is the fact that it's super stable in the rough water and how good it handles.
My name is Karis Webster, and I race the Commander 1050 GP1. My favorite thing about this ski is it's a perfect transition from junior lights to the GP class.
You have no gas? That's good. Having no gas means nothing worse comes out. What's the world coming to? Hey, Josh, can you still hear me? I don't see anymore. Josh, I can see you. Josh Bro. Josh Bro, put your hand up. He can't hear me. Can't hear me either. He running. Uh-huh. What are we doing? They still out there racing? No, they're done. Oh, I know why. Rob needs gas in his ski. He got it. And I have no clue. Oh, Basil has my sheet. I need my sheet back. Put my pen back on the table, please. Thank you. All right, perfect. Because we've got where you're from and who you're riding for. Race number 16. That's Jeremy Poper. On the 37, that's Tim Miller. And on the 299, this is the first time we've seen him today, that's Trevor OGO, Bell Helmets, 100%, and Rain Cross Storage. So what we're watching now is the start. It looks like Tim Miller is on the inside on the 37. That's that bright yellow, blue, gold boat. And he will make the whole shot on the 10W. Followed closely by Ryan Poper, that's on the white, and then Trevor Burns on the 299. Love that sound. That right there is what you do. Sean Carlson giving an example of giving up his scooter to a younger. Look like a proud dad. You're going to be a good dad, Sean. You'll be a good dad, buddy. All right, racing action on the backstretch. We got Tim Miller out front. Meanwhile, the father and son combo of Ryan and Jeremy Poper, second and third. Jeremy taking the inside. Both of them ride for Leisure Pools. Tim Miller on the 37 out front, riding for Dean's Team Performance, Jay Caldwell Pools, Country Power Sports, and Deplore. Followed by Jeremy Poper and Ryan. Then Trevor Burns there on that 299. Colt on the body to ride. It's a full commitment. You're using all of your upper body, core, and lower body strength, as well as your diaphragm to breathe and keep up. 70. Tallest part of the course, probably close to 76. Shouldn't have said 80, I'm sorry. And yes, they are going that fast, and they throw it off into a corner. It's more close to flying to compare than really anything else, because the water is moving jet. But there again, the lines that they ride are not like motocross or supercross, honestly. It's more like GP motorcycle. Want to thank everybody for coming out today. We're not done. We will have another second half racing after a short break. Thank Charles Ginchard Photography for being our cameraman this morning and giving us all the fine footage, and Jettribe, Rosado Brothers for being such good-looking kids that ride their jet skis well to give me something to talk about. You're going to have a 15-minute break and then Moto 1, and you are in. And your brother. I will. So still out front is Tim Miller. Looks to me like Ryan has made up the ground on his dad. Looks to me like Ryan has made up the ground on his dad. His dad's got the shorter way around, though. So his dad will come out ahead, but now he's going to race to him. The inside of the course, not quite as fast, but a tighter line. These boats turn really well, as you can see. But when you get close, they throw an amazingly big spray. I mean, how is your other sports going? Good. So motocross is good and baseball's good. Okay. I like you try to keep up with multiple things. Lamar is coming out of the losers bracket to play for a bid at the NCAA tournament. Following that, and then fortunately the Mavericks don't play tonight. But are you going to go to a Mavericks game? Ride the wave when your teams are going. You participate. You be a part of it. That's awesome. Well, yeah, but it's worth it. It's worth it. All right. We'll talk later. So Alito, I have nothing to do with, but Alito has actually hired as their athletic director Todd Dodge, who is a football coach in the history of high school football coaching currently, and he's from the Port Arthur area where I'm from. All right, here comes Trevor. I can hear him on the back stretch there, on the splits. Okay, there it goes. Now it's tracking. I was going to say, it looked like it's Tim Miller putting together great motos in both Runabout and ski here. Ryan is racing two-stroke Superjet and Ski GP. Okay, so there's Tim Miller with the win. She's already taken him down. 15-minute break. We will resume racing between Moto 1, which is junior.
All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Live stream for today. We'll be back here